Okay. So a little bit of background, right? I'm 54 pounds down. I lost the first 40 on compound Tirzepatide. I've been on 7.5 milligram ZEPBOUND brand for 8 weeks. And before that, I was on 7.5 milligram compound for 6 months, 5 to 6 months roughly, with no progress. I was on 7.5 milligram compound with no progress. I lost no weight. I didn't start losing. So I stalled at 40 pounds down for 6 months. It wasn't until I switched to brand that I was able to break my stall. In addition, with some other lifestyle and diet changes, I was able to break my stall and get off another, I guess that would be another 14 pounds now. I'm at 180, something like that, 12, 14 pounds, something like that. Okay. So with that being said, I have been on 7.5 milligram for about 8 months between compound and brand. That is a very long time to be on one dose. Now, some people stay on a 2.5 milligram for their whole journey, whether it's 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. So I won't say no, it is unusual. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna cap and say it's not unusual. It is unusual. Most people don't stay on a particular dose unless they're in maintenance for 6 to 8 months, especially not a half dose, right? A 7.5. Now, there are some exceptions where people stay on their 2.5 because they never have the need to titrate up and they lose all their weight and they just stay there and they just do their maintenance there. But for the most part, once people start titrating up, they continue to titrate up, and it's unusual to stay at one dose, especially with getting no progress. It's unusual to stay at one dose for 8 months, right? That's damn near a year. Okay. So when I first switched to ZEPBOUND, I had a wonderful experience. And let me not act like I'm not still having a wonderful experience, but we're going to talk about it. I had a wonderful experience when I first switched to ZEPBOUND. My appetite was immediately controlled. My food noise was immediately in check. I even had to back up and back off my sugar intake because I couldn't stomach as much. I couldn't stomach as much sugar. Same thing with fat. Now, I was a bit more stubborn about the fat component because I eat eggs and bacon every day. In fact, I would literally just made some bacon and eggs. It's what, it's almost 7 o'clock here. I made it around 5:30ish, 5:45, 6 o'clock. But I didn't get a chance to eat it because, like I said, I got some bad news right before the stream. So now it's cold. But if you see me munching on the bacon throughout the stream, don't judge me. Go judge somebody else. Don't judge me. Okay. So, as most people know, but in case there's anybody new here, I did a 30-day challenge in June where I lost 11 pounds. And I wanted to continue on with the second challenge where I would lose an additional 10. Now, 10 pounds in a month is pretty aggressive. I knew that, and I am aware of that going into it. But I was aiming for that level of aggression with my weight loss, considering I had been stalled for 6 months. So I was successful in June. It's now July, and we started the challenge again. And we're about 2 weeks in. Have we made it to the second week yet? We're almost there. We got a couple days. My God, it's already Saturday. Our second week ends on Monday. So we're about 2 weeks in and I haven't lost any weight, okay? But I'm not too worried about it. That's not what this is about. It's not about the fact that I haven't lost any weight. I'm just giving the backstory. Okay. So a part of the challenge is for me to incorporate 24-hour fasting once a week, okay? I did it once. That was actually during the June challenge. It was wonderful. I loved it. It didn't start out that way. Afterwards, after I was done, it was wonderful. But during, it kind of sucked. So I decided I was going to do that once a week. However, what I wanted to do, or what I did when I did that first fast, is I waited 10 days to take my injection that week. So I took my injection on day 0, let's say Wednesday. I think that's about right, on a Wednesday. And I waited until Saturday at the end of my fast, my 24-hour fast, which would have been day 10, to take my injection. And it was wonderful. It worked out great. I got to eat. It was like when the hunger starts to come back a little bit, or the appetite starts to come back a little bit, it's actually pretty nice. Like, we're going to get into why that could be problematic with what I'm going through now. But for the most part, it was pretty nice. I enjoyed having my appetite back. So I was attempting to do that again this week. Now, what happened was I did not make it to day 10 to take my next injection, right? So I took my injection last week. I made it to day 8 and I decided it was time to take my injection. So for the uninitiated, I was craving some KFC, okay? All right. Like, I typically don't eat KFC. I typically, for the past month and a half, wouldn't even eat out fast food, fried food for the past several weeks, at least 6 weeks. But day 8 came around. I skipped my injection on day 7. Day 8 came around and I was like, you know what? I could eat. I was hungry. It was at about a 6, which is manageable, right? It was at about 6. I was like, you know what I could eat. And I just so happened to be scrolling on Uber Eats, saw KFC. I was like, oh, that looks good. So I got the KFC. I ate it. But the fact that I wanted it made me feel like, okay, you know what? Maybe skipping my dose is not the best idea right now. Like, maybe trying to push this to 10 days is not the best idea because we're supposed to be taking our injections every 7 days. So for this particular week, I just felt like it was not a good idea because I wouldn't say it was necessarily food noise, but I definitely had no qualm with eating out some fried chicken and biscuits. Like, I had no problems with it. Whereas typically when I take my injection, I wouldn't even want it. Like, I would say for the first 7 weeks of being on ZEPBOUND brand, I wouldn't want that at all. Like, I wouldn't want it. So the fact that I wanted it was a little concerning. So I had it. I took my injection. That was the end of that. Woke up Friday feeling pretty good. Hunger's in control. Hi, Sydney. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for being vain, girl. So I woke up. So that was on Thursday. I took it on day 8. Woke up Friday feeling pretty good. Appetite's good. Food noise is good. Everything's okay. Everything's straight. I did eat out because I was traveling, so I ate out on the road. It was fine. It was okay. Didn't overeat. And then I started my fast, my 24-hour fast. I started it on Friday evening around 8:30 p.m. That's yesterday. It is 6:47 here now. I started at 8:30 last night. Okay, so I've already done the 24-hour fast before, so this should be relatively easy. Especially considering that I already took my injection on Thursday. I took my injection on Thursday. It should be a breeze. I mean, it should be little to no effort for me to fast because I shouldn't be hungry, shouldn't have any cravings. It should be smooth sailing. Well, it ain't smooth sailing, and that's what we need to talk about, all right? So we have a little bit of a problem, little tiny problem that I think is resolvable, but I'm going to get into what that problem is and why I am wanting to discuss titration. And then we're going to review my video about what my feelings were about titration about 7 months ago, because I think it's some good information. Hi, Michelle. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay. So for it to be day 2 after my injection, right? I took my injection on Thursday. It is now Saturday. For me to be hungry day 2 after my injection at first seemed alarming. So let me go back a little bit. So when I got up this morning, I felt okay. I wasn't really hungry, wasn't really thinking about food. But again, I had to travel. I had to get in the car and travel. Now, on my way back home, road trip, I got hungry. It's day 2 after my injection. Why am I hungry? Never mind day 1 after my injection, I was able to eat out. And I was like, you know what? I should have been more like unwilling to eat what I ate. I had fried food. This is not the KFC. I'm now talking about Friday. I had some fried food on the road and I was like, you know what? I actually shouldn't have an appetite for this. Like, it was not like I was thinking about it. I was craving it, but I ate it. It was good. It was fine. And I'm like, I should have more of an aversion to this, but I don't right now. And that's a little weird. It's a little weird. Okay. We get to day 2, I'm hungry. I'm not hangry. It's not ravenous. Okay, I would say I was about maybe 3 hours into my morning. I was on the road and I was hungry. And I immediately started thinking about what I was going to eat. And I'm like, shit, this is a horrible time to be fasting. Like, I talked about this last night. I knew it was a bad idea to start a fast while I had to get on the road because 1, being on the road is a trigger for me to eat, right? I've talked about my triggers before. Road trips are a trigger for me to stop and get food, right? But I thought I was going to be able to get through it. No, I didn't. I didn't think that. But I thought I was going to break my fast with a coffee. I thought coffee was going to do it to me. Like, oh, I need a coffee. And I really was tired. I was exhausted while I was driving. But I got hungry. And it was a level of hunger that was like it wasn't ravenous, but it was a level of hungry. It was a level of hunger that was like, I'm not about to suffer through this hunger just because I'm voluntarily doing a fast. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like, whereas typically I wouldn't even be hungry during the fast. Do you know what I mean? Because my appetite's controlled. Now, had it been day 10 or day 9 or whatever, I would have been like, all right, it makes more sense. But no, this is day 2 after my injection, not day 8 after my injection or day 9 or 10. This is day 2 after my injection. I'm like, I'm actually hungry and I'm not about to deal with this shit when I got to get through this drive. So I ate. I stopped. I got some food and I ate. I broke my fast. So I broke my fast at about the 15-hour mark. I will be doing it again, but I'm saying all of this to get to a bigger point, right? About how I felt. So I broke my fast. I ate and it was fine. I didn't feel too bad about it. It is what it is. It's my decision to fast. It's my decision when I break it, right? But I started to panic a little bit because I was talking about how I decided it's probably time for me to titrate up to the 10 milligram. I had decided that, like I had talked about that on last night's stream, that I'm going to go through my next box of 7.5 that I already have. But if I can get a 10 milligram in time, but like before I run out, I will go ahead with the 10. So I started thinking about that when I broke my fast because I was hungry. I was genuinely hungry. Day 2 after my 7.5 milligram injection, right? This is unusual. This hasn't happened in all the 7 weeks before, and now here I am and I'm hungry on day 2 after injection day. So I started thinking about it and I'm like, okay, I'm hungry enough to break a fast. I was at about a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10 with hunger. So I would say on day 0, typically I'm at a 0 when it comes to hunger. There's no hunger. There's no desire to eat. I will eat because I have to. I believe in getting your calories, but there's no desire to eat. No desire whatsoever. It's completely gone. Any desire to eat is gone. I typically don't get hungry till about day 6. This is day 2. And I'm hungry. So now I'm starting to panic a little bit, all right? Because I at least have to go through another month of 7.5 before I get the 10 milligram. At least. It could be longer, depending on when I get to talk to my doctor or whatever. But I'm starting to panic a little bit. Little alarmed, a little bit of panic, okay? And the other thing about that was that it dawned on me that I didn't stay satiated for very long, hence why I made bacon and eggs like shortly before the stream. So I would say I ate at about 11 a.m., noon. No, it's probably like noon when I ate. And okay, you know what? I take that back. 6 hours is enough time for me to be hungry again. Because I was going to say I didn't stay satiated for very long because it seemed like out of nowhere I was hungry again. So now I'm experiencing hunger twice, genuine hunger twice in one day, not ravenous, just like, okay, it's time to eat. And at first I was alarmed by that, but let me tell you why I feel differently about that now that some time has passed and I've had a little time to think about it. So here's the thing about being on a GLP-1 that I don't want people to forget, because it's very easy to forget, right? Especially when we talk about the reasons why people titrate up. We have to remember that hunger is normal. Oh my God, I said the word. I said the normie word. People don't like the normie word, okay? But hear me out, okay, GLP-1ers? Hunger is normal, okay? The problem is hunger on a GLP-1 doesn't feel normal, right? Like you would think that the whole point of being on a GLP-1 is to not be hungry. And I feel like a lot of us feel that way. Jen, I'm calling you out. All right. No, I'm just playing. But, okay. Hunger is normal. It is a normal bodily function. Okay. I think it is. I literally feel the need to emphasize this because I've read comments out of the mochi group where people are talking about, I'm not hungry, I'm not eating, and I can't lose weight. Now, this stream isn't about losing weight, but I'm just saying people associate being on a GLP-1 with a lack of hunger as if that's supposed to be what the expectation is long term, right? Well, not exactly, because that's the point of taking it every week, right? The lack of hunger only lasts, depending on your dose, the first half of the week. So let's say the first 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days. If you're really lucky, you don't get hungry at all. If you're really, really, really lucky, you don't get hungry at all. But for me, I get hungry around day 6 and I'm perfectly fine with that because that means I get to eat. That means I get to eat, okay? Like, food is still good. Let's not act like food stopped being good all of a sudden. Like, food is still good, okay? It's still good. So, hunger's normal. I had to bring myself back to reality. Like, okay, it is not the end of the world. Like, you don't just go run out into the street and start sticking people up for a 10 milligram because you're a little hungry. Like, do you have a ZEPBOUND vial? Do you have a ZEPBOUND vial? Somebody better get me a 10 milligram right motherfucking now because I'm hungry and I don't want to be hungry. No, okay? Listen, those that have seen the Family Guy episode, you know what I mean, not Family Guy, it was South Park. You know what I'm talking about. They were sticking people up for their ZEPBOUND. They were sticking people up for their ZEPBOUND with the ski mask on, okay? So, we get like that a little bit, okay? They knew what they were talking about when they were making fun of us. They knew. They was a little in tune, all right? So I panicked a little bit, but then, but after some time of thinking about it, because I was thinking about, okay, I need to get on a stream and talk about this. Okay, well, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to say? I started to think like, okay, calm down. One, you're just hungry. It's okay. You're fine. It's okay to be a little hungry. Am I alarmed that I'm hungry on day 2 instead of day 7 or 6? Yes, that is potentially something to be concerned about when it comes to titration, right? But let's slow down and let's talk this out for a second, all right? So I personally want to learn how to deal with hunger because let me tell you something. I don't care how long you stay on a GLP-1, you will never permanently get rid of hunger. That is not the objective, and I think some of us have lost sight of that. And I will say, in fact, most of us have lost sight of that. Most of us have lost sight of the fact that the objective is not to get rid of hunger for the rest of your life, okay? It's not. That's not the objective. It's not the objective at all. What we should want, potentially, don't come for me the way y'all came for Allie about therapy, all right? What we should want, ideally, is to learn how to deal with hunger. I'm not saying deal with it without a GLP-1. I'm saying alongside of GLP-1, we use the normal word like, oh my God, I want a GLP-1, I feel normal. Well, a part of normal is experiencing some hunger. Like, is it better to experience less hunger? Abso-freaking-lutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. It is wonderful to not think about food and mind you, the caveat is that hunger and food noise are 2 different things. I haven't even addressed food noise yet, but I will. I'm talking about genuine hunger, like genuinely your body telling you it's time to eat. That's a normal feeling. We should be okay with that. That don't mean we want to deal with it every hour of the day. Okay, I understand that, especially when we're trying to lose weight. But we should remember that, one, we ain't trying to lose weight forever, but we're trying to manage our weight forever. Like, this is, matter of fact, my cousin sent me a TikTok today. I'll see if I can get it onto my computer so that I can show y'all. But it was essentially, I don't know if this lady was on a GLP-1 or not, but she was essentially talking about how some people don't understand what it's like to be fat. She said fat. And how, like, it takes some time to realize you're going to be struggling with your weight for the rest of your life. Like, this is forever. I have already accepted that. I didn't accept it for the longest time, maybe most of my life, but now I'm fully aware that this is lifelong, that I will have to fight to keep a healthy weight. It just is what it is, right? So with that being said, I support being on a GLP-1. In fact, I support being on a GLP-1 forever. I don't want to pay today's prices forever, but I definitely support the assistance of a GLP-1 forever. However, like I said, the goal isn't to get rid of hunger forever, right? The goal is to just make life a little bit easier. I ain't gonna lie. I'm team make it easier. The goal is just to make a life a little bit easier, okay? So hunger is not the enemy, right? Hunger is not the enemy. I had to realize that. Hunger is not the enemy as long as I make a decent choice. Like the idea isn't sorry. Something just happened to my internet. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Something just happened. Something just happened. But blurry. Okay, give me a second. Something just went completely and utterly wrong with my internet. Hold on. Connection failed. Connection failed. Why? Okay. So I'm connected to my hotspot real quick just to give you guys an update. So I have no idea. Something just happened. Something just happened to my actual Wi-Fi. Like none of my devices will connect to it. I don't know what the fuck just happened. The router and the modem says that they are connected. So I'm probably gonna have to do some troubleshooting and then come back. Can y'all hear me? Because I can't do the stream from my iPhone. Like I can't do it from my hotspot. It'll be too blurry. Did y'all hear any of that? Did y'all hear any of that? Hello? How you doing? Did y'all hear me? Hello? Oh, y'all just talking amongst yourselves? Okay. I'm trying. I'm trying. Can y'all hear me? Um okay. Loud and clear? Really? You sure? I'm connected to hotspot. I don't know how long that's gonna last. I feel like it's gonna be choppy. Um So until my Wi-Fi decides it wants to, this is what I hate about Spectrum. Like I don't know if anybody lives in North Carolina and has dealt with Spectrum, but they have these weird outages where it just stops working and there's nothing you can do. Um so I don't know what it is. I don't know. Hold on. I don't know what happened. Hold on. All right. So if this is working, we can continue like this. Like we can continue. It might be a little blurry, but if the sound goes out at all, then I will come back live from my phone and we'll try the data that way. It might be easier to just go live straight from YouTube. Okay. Um yeah, while I'm connected to my phone, let me reboot the router. Give me a second. All right, let's work with the hotspot for now while the router reboots. Okay. All right. Are we still good? Can y'all still hear me? Let's work with the hotspot while the router reboots. All right, all right. Hey, Delilah, I think you are new. Thank you so much for falling out of the clouds. And Rocky's Journey, you are rocking that hair. Thank you so much for falling out of the clouds. Y'all are just having a party down there without me. Oh my gosh. Was I cooking? Was I cooking? Like y'all was following what I was saying about the hunger? Yes, we're on track. Y'all was rocking with me with that. Okay. All right. So I left off at, oh, okay. You said, here's my email. I didn't see the email. Maybe you sent it to me already. Maybe you sent it to me already. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm not caught up on the chat. All right. All right. Y'all are rocking. Y'all are rocking. Okay. If I have any problems with the sound, just let me know. And if I have to, I will go off camera because that might help with the connectivity. All right. Which is crazy because I've been talking shit about my service being bad in like almost every place that I've went to. I just came from the boonies and didn't have this problem, but I'm back in the city and my internet just want to drop. Like how ghetto is that? So anyway, let's just continue. All right. Let's continue before I get distracted. So we left off with me realizing that hunger is not the enemy. Okay. Like I need y'all to hear me. I need y'all to follow me. I need y'all to listen in and listen closely. All right. If you haven't already subscribed, consider becoming a member and you will get a beautiful, adorable, I mean it's cute. Okay, like I'm working on it. They will get cuter over time, but get you a cute vein badge and come be vain with us. Okay. Okay. All right. So we want to learn to deal with our hunger. Hunger is literally not the enemy, and I honestly think that a lot of us on this journey have lost sight of that, right? And we often turn to distress when we feel hunger, right? Okay. I'm telling all y'all, calm the fuck down. Calm down, damn it. All right? Because ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of hunger. Now, do you want to be ravenous? I have heard people describe being ravenous when they completely stop a GLP-1. And honestly, that makes sense because you go from flooding your system with satiety hormones, GLP-1 and GIP, to not having them, I won't say at all, you produce them naturally, but to having significantly less, yes, it would make sense that you are flooded with hunger and food noise, right? So hunger is not the enemy. We want to just start there and remember that, and then work our way up from there with the decisions that we're going to make. Like, hunger is okay as long as I make the right food choice. That's exactly where I left off. Hunger is okay. A little bit of hunger is okay. It's perfectly normal. We gotta learn how to accept that feeling, because it's going to come. We can't run to the next dose every time we get a little hungry. Okay, we get a little hungry, we want to run and get the next dose. All right, no, like, we're not doing that. Okay, we're not doing that. So as long as, what I feel, as long as I make a decent, I won't say good or bad, but as long as I make a decent food choice, which is not always the case, I'm pretty much okay as far as hunger, because I can get satiety depending on which food options I pick. Like, so if I pick something high in protein and fat, the hunger will go away. I'll eat, I'll be satiated. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to get hungry and eat. You get hungry and you eat again. It's what you choose to eat that will determine whether or not it'll become a vicious cycle of hunger and cravings or not. All right. So let's get into food noise, because that's what I think people care more so about food noise more than they do hunger, but sometimes we interchange the two. My bacon is cold, but I ain't got no choice. I ain't got nothing else to eat in front of me, so I will be eating this, okay? So let's get into food noise. So I would say currently, my food noise is at about a 4 or a 5. And let's just call food noise cravings. So there's hunger, that's at about a 6. And when you're just hungry, it really shouldn't matter. Like, you should, like, if it's just hunger, right? Genuine hunger, it should not be hard to make a decent choice as far as what you're going to eat, right? But when it's attached to cravings, that's when we start getting into some of the less decent choices, if that makes sense. So my food noise currently is at about a 4 or a 5, which is not ideal on a GLP-1, right? It's not ideal, but I would consider it manageable. So I would say my hunger being at a 6 is manageable. And I would say my food noise being at a 4 or 5 is manageable, although it's less than ideal. Now, food noise is the enemy, okay? Hunger is not the enemy, but food noise is the ops. Say it with me now. We don't rock with food noise. Food noise is a trap. Food noise is a distraction. Food noise is an op. We don't rock with food noise. We don't want that brain chatter constantly telling us to get a donut, right? Like, let me tell y'all why my food noise is at a 4 or 5. And it's crazy that it's that way on day 2 after my injection. We got to keep going back to that. I want a slice of pizza so bad. In fact, I'm not convinced that I won't get off of here and go get one, because I just want it. And honestly, that's where Jen's point comes in about, you know what? If I want something, I'm going to eat it. And the GLP-1s are here to make my life easier, so that I want those things less. I agree with that, but I also, like, I lean more toward, well, I prefer to restrict, but if I want it, I can have it. Certain things it's just better for me to not have, because it's too much of a trigger. But I want pizza bad today. Like, I want a New York style slice of pizza really, really bad. Okay. Can y'all still hear me? I'm gonna check in on my sound every now and again. Let me know y'all still hear me. We still rocking. Okay. So I consider it manageable. I don't consider it like I'm fighting not having the slice of pizza. I'm not fighting it. I'm just at a place where I want it, and I'm just trying to decide if I'm okay with having it or not. It's not like a craving that I'm fighting, if that makes sense. Like, I would say at food noise being at like a 7 or higher, I'm fighting temptation. I'm not fighting temptation right now. I think that that's an important point to make, okay? So my hunger is still at about a 6. I ate about 7 hours ago, almost 8 hours ago. So it makes sense that after 8 hours, I would be hungry again. That's perfectly fine, perfectly normal. I'm not ravenous. It's just like, it's time to eat. Perfectly fine, perfectly human experience to have. But on the end of the food noise, I have 0 food noise typically at the start of my injection week. Typically 0 at all. I have no appetite for anything. You can put it in front of me. It's just like, I'm not interested. I have very little interest. But as of right now, I've gone from zero interest to having, like, typically I would have some interest on day 6 and 7 and then beyond, which I would enjoy. But we're on day 2 and I have complete and utter interest in getting me a slice of pizza. Okay. And I don't feel the need to fight it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Would I rather, like, would it be better for me to not have it? Would I get closer to my weight loss goal if I avoid it? Yes. But as of right now, it is what it is. I want a slice of pizza, especially since my food got cold. I'm probably going to go get it after I get off of here with y'all. Okay. So that is concerning though. Food noise is the enemy. And I do not want my food noise to get above a 5. Like, I'm at about a 4 or 5 right now. I don't want my food noise getting no higher than that, because then I will be fighting temptation, and that's where things start to kind of spiral and you start going back in the direction of weight gain, because you're eating everything you can get your hands on, or you're eating everything that you are craving, right? But the whole point of being on a GLP-1 is to not have that struggle and not have that fight. Doesn't mean you'll never have another craving again. So again, I'm okay with some cravings, but you better watch it, food noise. I'm watching you, okay? I'm okay with a little bit of cravings, okay? But know your place. Yeah. Know your place, okay? Like, we don't want to be out here tripping balls about not being able to have a cookie, all right? So, best case scenario, food noise is crushed into oblivion. And that's typically how I feel at the start of my injection week. So I would say between days 0 and 4, so about 5 days. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Injection day, and then 4 days after that. Typically, food noise is crushed into oblivion. There's literally nothing that I desire. I will eat because I have to eat, but there's nothing that I desire. Now I'm in week 8 on ZEPBOUND. I have the desire. Like, it's almost like I didn't take my injection this week. Honestly, like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. This very last injection is almost like I didn't even take it. That's scary. That is scary. It's almost like I'm still riding off of the last injection. Like, this feels like day 10 from going back to my last injection. It don't feel like I just had an injection 2 days ago at all. And I don't think I got a bad vial or placebo or anything like that. I don't think anything's wrong with it. I just think that we are at the point of me being done with the 7.5. But we're gonna see by the end of the stream if that's still how I feel. So, best case scenario, food noise is crushed into oblivion for at least half a week. But that's not realistic long term, right? Most of us on ZEPBOUND want to be on ZEPBOUND pretty much forever, right? Maybe your dose will change, but we pretty much want to use it for weight management forever. So I think in the long run, it's unrealistic to expect that we won't have to live with some cravings. We just don't want to be at a place where it's unmanageable or it's like food is irresistible. We don't want to be at that point. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me switch back to my Wi-Fi. It looks like it's back. I might disconnect for a quick second, but it would be more stable. So let me switch. Radio. Okay, we're back. I was like, it doesn't seem like it disconnected, and then it disconnected. Okay, we're back. We're back. Reboot worked. Thank you very much. Okay. So, and you would think, like, I'm in IT. First step in IT, first step in troubleshooting. Is it powered on? And if it is, did you try turning it off and turning it back on? Like, I know better, but I just didn't want to do that because I was in the middle of a stream. Okay. So, thank you. I think it was Journey of Life. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, so yeah, crushed food noise is best case scenario, but I don't think that that's realistic in the long run, which means not only do we know we have to learn how to deal with hunger, we are going to have to accept the fact that at some point we're going to have to figure out a way to deal with cravings. Because remember, we're broken in the first place. Like I believe something's broken in either our brain or our gut. And since these are gut hormones, I'm going to lean more toward the gut. I typically say the brain, but GLP-1 and GIP aren't like they're not produced in the brain, they're produced in the gut. You know what I mean? They're satiety hormones produced in, now they may register in the brain, but they're produced in the gut from my understanding. So, you know, we're going to have to learn how to deal with, because like I said, there's only 7 days in a week. We take the injection every 7 days, which means there are going to be some days, especially the longer you are on your journey, there are simply going to be some days that you got to deal with that food noise until your next injection, right? And the longer you are on it, maybe the more difficult it may become. That may be why some people have a difficult time in maintenance, right? But we're not going to go down a maintenance rabbit hole. I'm just saying we got to acknowledge that at some point we got to deal with the food noise, right? We got to deal with what's causing it to some extent. We got to deal with how to minimize it and what to do once we experience it, because clearly simply being on the GLP-1 is not the answer, because you can get to the highest dose. We talked about it yesterday, right? But then what? You get to the 15 milligram, okay? Let's say you stay on the 15 milligram for 6 months. What happens when your food noise is back day 2 after your injection, like I'm experiencing now? I've been on a 7.5 for 8 months. It's time to let it go. But I'm stubborn, damn it. I'm stubborn. It's time to let that 7.5 go. But I am stubborn as hell. So the point is, no matter how high you get in the doses, no matter if they come out with a 20 or a 25, at some point you have to face that you've maxed out on your dose. So now what? What are you going to do about the problems that the GLP-1 is actually helping you with? You still got to work on those things, right? Okay. So realistically, long term, we should be developing strategies to deal with the food noise and the hunger, not suffer through them. Okay. No suffering, Jen. We are a team, no suffering. We're a team, make life easier. We're a team, make life easier. We're not out here trying to suffer and fight temptation, but we just want to make things a little easier, right? But we cannot remove responsibility from ourselves, okay? So that's where I'm at with that. So I broke my fast. I will be restarting my fast later tonight when I get off of the stream. I was going to start this out by saying this is either going to be a really short stream or a really long one. Like typically I'm on here for about 3 hours, which is crazy. Like I need to find a way to cut that to like an hour and a half to 2 hours. But I was thinking like this stream is either going to be about an hour or 5. Like the likelihood that I'm going to stop in the middle somewhere because there's like a lot to talk about is like slim to none. But considering it's so late, I don't think I'm going to go on to 5 hours, because 5 hours is crazy work. Like nobody's going to watch that after I'm done streaming. Okay. Some of y'all gonna watch it. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all gonna watch it. Y'all be throwing the live stream on and listening in the background. Okay, let me get caught up on your comments and then we're gonna review my video. All right. And then by the end of this, we should come out with a checklist of changes I plan to make sure that I'm ticking all the boxes before I officially titrate up. Because like I said, simply titrating without addressing all of the other things is not the answer. But where I stand now is I've had 2 boxes of ZEPBOUND 7.5. The first box, it was a rock star. I was killing it for the most part. The second box was really good too, but something has happened with this last injection to the point where like I can clearly eat right through it. I can eat right through it with no problem. Like I'm not ravenous. I'm not dying to get something in my mouth sweet. None of that. It's just like, oh, if I want to eat, I can eat. No problem. No problem. And that is something that I should be aware of, because it may be time to titrate up. But we got to look at some other things first. So I'm going to get caught up on the comments and then we're going to review my video. Okay. All right. I'm very much like you, Vanity. I prefer to abstain, but will allow myself to have something once in a while, depending on how my blood sugar is managing. Yeah. So for me, I had to tailor restriction to my needs, right? So I don't need to restrict all of one particular category except gluten. Like I should ideally have 0 gluten in my diet. I'm working on it. But sugar, I don't need to restrict all sugar. Some sugar foods are worse than others for me. I should say they're more so to trigger me than other foods. So for me personally, it's a balancing act and knowing my weaknesses and just staying away from those things that really are triggers. That's just how it is for me. Food noise, interesting. I yearn for odd things like a need. Vitamin C, I'm serious. My kids laugh. I can feel when I need every vitamin. That's a real thing. That's actually a real thing. It really is. Um, like some people, they may not be aware of it, but some people like crave ice when they're anemic. Weird. I don't know why. I don't remember. I don't recall why that is. I don't think the ice or is it the ice makes them anemic? Or like some people, if they have an iron deficiency, will crave dirt. Seriously, they'll crave dirt. They'll crave it. They'll crave it. How about sulfur burping on the day after the injection? That's another thing. So I haven't been having the sulfur burps. I was having it for about the first 6 weeks, but I would say for the past week or two, I haven't had them. So that tells me that my body is adjusting to this. I mean, my body had been adjusted to the 7.5 when I was on compound for 6 months. Well, when I was on 7.5 compound for 6 months. But when I switched to ZEPBOUND, it was like I got a little bit of a reset, but I'm caught up now. Like now the ZEPBOUND 7.5 is clearly like just blending into my day to day. Like it's almost like I'm not even taking it. Digestive enzymes, I do take those, but that was a question for Rocky. Have you tried digestive enzymes? Teddy says, I know how you feel about ZEP, but would you be willing to try compound again at 10 milligram if you can't get into the doc soon enough? No, I will continue. So what I would do is just order so my refill automatically goes to Lilly Direct for 7.5. If I couldn't see my doctor in time to get to 10, I'd just continue on with another month of the 7.5. I would just do it. It ain't that I'm not at the point where it's that bad yet, where I desperately need the 10. So no, I wouldn't. One, Teddy, I don't have the patience for the telehealth companies. I do not have the patience for it. And honestly, some of them, like Mochi, even with them, it takes 2 weeks to even get into an appointment. Like I would say probably about a week and a half. Like when you sign up and then you look at the calendar for the next available, it's like a week and a half. Well, that was at the time when I was with Mochi, so maybe it's gotten better. But no, I wouldn't switch to compound. I would just get another month of the 7.5, and as I will talk about later tonight, would just take it sooner. So as of right now, I'm planning to go to every 6 days. If I couldn't get the 10 milligram in time, I'd go to every 5 days, and that would be it. Like that's at minimum every 5 days. So yeah, that's what I would do. But y'all don't listen to me. I'm not telling y'all to do that. I just sent you an email what I look like now at 60 years old, 60 years on this weight loss journey. Did you want me to share it, Tanya? I can look at it, but did you want me to share it on the stream, or was it just for me to see? You can let me know. Let me see. Oh, you look great. What? Oh my God. What? You look great. Wow. You are killing it. Who's your trainer? Give them my number because you clearly have one. I don't want to hear anything else. Like, there's no way you're that disciplined to put on that much muscle at 60, okay? Like, tell me the truth. Who's the trainer? Because I want them. You look stunning. Like, you look great. You look great. You look great. Wow. Tanya got it going on with the muscle, y'all. Like, I be trying to fake show off my little bit of gains. Like, Tanya got it going on. Let me know if you want me to share it, Tanya. If you don't, it's perfectly fine. I don't pressure people into sharing their progress photos. But you got it going on, girl. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay. Let me go back. Okay. That was the question to the digestive enzymes. They definitely help. I have only experienced sulfur burps once through this journey. I'm on 10 milligram. Yeah, the sulfur burps have subsided. Team soft life, period. Not let it go. Y'all, let me tell y'all. Oh my gosh, sidebar. So when I originally decided I was going to do this stream, I was in a really good mood. So I was sleepy on my drive home, right? And typically when I start getting sleepy on the road, I got to throw on music to wake me up. Now, there's an order of operations to this, okay? So I got to start off a little ratchet, okay? To get my blood pumping, like banging my head into the steering wheel while I'm going 65 miles per hour on the interstate, because I don't break laws. I drive the speed limit, okay? So I got to start off with a little bit of Nicki, a little bit of Cardi B, a little bit of Meg, right? And once I'm nice and pumped, I need some Whitney Houston in my life. And when I tell y'all, I was singing to the top of my vein lungs in that car. Y'all could not tell me I was not Whitney Jr., okay? Y'all cannot, I could not wait to get on here and tell y'all that I was Whitney Jr. today. Can I say no? But that's not the point. I felt like I could in the moment. I felt like I could in the moment. I was in such a good mood. Whitney always puts me in a good mood. Like, oh my gosh. Whitney always puts me in a good mood. Okay, sidebar over. Sidebar over. Okay. I'm going to be laughing late because I'm going to get to the comments about y'all responding to that late. Congrats to you, though you realize the situation and look at it as a non-scale victory. Yes. You know what? Now that you mentioned that, I was watching Teddy's video earlier, and Teddy had a video that talked about a lot of things that he was grateful for, and I thought it was a wonderful video. So if you haven't already, subscribe to Empowered Wellness. Damn it, I didn't want to see the comment yet. Empowered Wellness by Teddy D. He has a wonderful video about gratitude. Well, I don't know if he meant for it to be about gratitude, but it was essentially about gratitude, and I thought it was a great video. Have you made any progress this week? I haven't. Maggie, no, but no frowny faces, okay? Remind me of what your goals are, because we're not frowny facing about not making progress. It's okay. We got this. Sometimes we have a little bit of a setback, but it's okay. So remind me what your goals were for this month. But no, I have not made progress, and this is almost the end of week 2. But I still have 2 more weeks, which means I'm probably not going to meet the 10 pounds down, but I would like to make some progress this month. I would like to make some progress. So we'll see. Yeah. What about non-scale victories? Yep. Hey, Kat. The best thing I did for food noise and hunger was go protein heavy. We're going to talk about that, Kat. We're going to talk about that. Yes, I agree. We're going to talk about that. What's that? What's what? What I miss? I don't even know what y'all was talking about. I'm behind. It's craving ice when you're iron deficient, anemic. Okay. Have you been making progress in your weight loss? The last progress that I made was 11 pounds down last month. Inches, yep, definitely. Track your progress outside of the scale. After Kat says after 4 months of on 7.5 ZEP, it started to wane on the 3rd and 4th day. 4 months, okay, and I hit protein pretty hard. Protein shake. We're gonna. Ooh, Kat, I love you, girl. We gonna get into it. Stop telling the stream. Delilah says a lot of times the non-scale victories are what we need to focus on to push through, Maggie. Yes. Thank you for all of the support to Maggie. Try Hunger to Taker, Hungry Who Gainer Parrot. I suggest to you multiple times. Company Plume. Hunger Taker. Okay. Yes, I recall you recommending it, but my response to that was, I hear you. However, I have this idea of working on things outside of the supplements. So I'm not against supplements. Like I actually ordered some L-carnitine tablets, capsules. They might be in here. So I'm not against supplements, but in addition to that, like the whole point is to not have to rely on them, like to have some additional tools that don't necessarily require supplementation. But I'm not against supplementation at all. Hi, Nerd Startup. Hey, I'm just tuning in briefly. Did you know you could draw up all the fluid in a 7.5 milligram vial up to 65 units at once? If you have 100 unit syringes, you get 9.6, 9.9. You know what's interesting about that? So no, I only have 50 unit syringes, but even in a 50 unit syringe, you can still get a tad bit more. So I did do that. I got about another unit or so, maybe half a unit. And I'm still here. I'm still at where am I? Hungry on day 2. So yeah, I did at least attempt it. Man, that reaction, Tanya, I want the number to your trainer too. Yo, Tanya got it going on. Whitney, that's a tall order. Excuse me? That's my mom, okay? Okay, I got a couple of celebrity moms. One's Whitney, yeah. And the other one is Angela Bassett. So I don't have no type of acting skills. Well, I don't know because I haven't tried. I did a little improv. But okay. But Whitney is my mom. So genetically, like, yeah, I'm blessed to be able to hit the notes. Okay. All right. I have been working out 6 days a week, so that's good. How intense are your workouts? And are you eating enough? Are you eating too much? Tell me more. 30-gram protein shakes every morning. I can share? Okay. That's amazing, Maggie. The YMCA makes sense. Okay, so I gotta find me a Y near me, is what you're trying to say? I was supposed to find me a Y anyway because I need to learn how to swim. Don't ask no questions about that comment. Just know I can't swim and I need to learn how. Okay. So can I rotate this? I'm gonna share Tanya's before and after real quick, and then we will continue. Well, we're gonna review my video. Hold on. Tanya got it going on. Tanya got it going. So do you have a trainer at the Y, or you just go to the Y yourself? Let me know. Let me see. Come on, download. Get your shit together. Hold on. There's one, and where's the second one? There's one. Where's the second one, damn it? I know I downloaded it. Let's try that again. I don't know what just happened. Okay. All right. Can I rotate this? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. All right. Let me share. Let me not keep all the juicy to myself, all the tea. Okay. How do I want to do this? Oh my God, I don't even know like how to work my own computer. I guess I gotta share my whole screen, which is fine. Ain't nothing up here. Okay, so let's do that. Hold on. This should not be taking this long, but I am computer illiterate. Hold on. Nope, go back. Hold on. Let's do it this way. Okay, so ideally, y'all should be able to see this. Share screen. Entire screen. Oh, maybe I can do window. Huh. Well, we could do entire screen. Let's do that. It's fine. Okay. So this would be easier if I had a second screen, but I'm going to close my streaming window and I'm going to show y'all this. Can y'all see this? Because I can't see what y'all can see right now because I had to close my own screen. Can y'all see? Is it big enough? Let me go back. Let me go back. I can't tell if it's big. I might have to do this by window. Hold on. Let me do this maybe. No, I'm still in the way. Let me move myself down here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, y'all can see that. Y'all see this picture? Y'all see this one right here? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? Tanya got it going on. Let me make that bigger. Can y'all see that? Where did all that muscle come from? Okay. Like what? That is some wonderful, wonderful results. Those are some wonderful, wonderful, wonderful results. And I would thank you, Tanya, for sharing that. Let me move myself out of the way again. Tanya got it going on. Tanya got it going on. All right, so I'm gonna have to take it down because I gotta put my screen back up here. And if I had my monitor, I'd be able to leave it up there. I'd leave it up there the whole straight. Tanya got it going on. Okay. So thank you so much for sharing that. That was definitely motivating. You are a rock star. Like I'm about to go to the gym. Like right now, I'm about to leave y'all, log off, and go hit these weights. Okay. Vanity, you are so nice to listen to. You really do have a lot of knowledge. Girl, Maggie, what you talking about? I don't know nothing. No, I'm just fine. I try. Thank you so much for the compliment. I really, really do try. You love Whitney? Listen, Whitney is like my whole entire parent. Like I'm telling you, like Whitney is like my whole mom. Oh my gosh, I love her. I love them both too, especially since Angela is my name and 911 show is one I watch with the Fan Bam. Mom, me and my boyfriend just went to the movies to see Mission Impossible, and I hadn't watched the trailer, but when it first started, sorry, spoiler if you haven't seen it, but there's a woman's voice talking to Ethan Hunt, and my boyfriend's like, "Is that Angela Bassett?" And I'm like, "Please, that is not my mom." It's like, "Is that Angela Bassett? That sounds like Angela." He said it like 3 or 4 times, trying to get a reaction out of me, and I'm not responding to him because I'm like, one, I didn't want to be wrong, but I was like, I don't think that's Angela Bassett. Stop talking in the movie theater. Y'all, it was my whole mom. It was Angela Bassett. I was like, you recognized her voice and I didn't. I didn't like that. I didn't like that very much. I didn't like it. I ate what I thought was normal and gained 6 pounds. It was probably related to my period, to that time of the month. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I didn't know until I became like late in my adulthood that that time of the month affects my appetite. I had no idea. I just take the various classes at the Y. Am I? A little bit. Not so, only slightly. Okay? Only slightly. Yes, Tanya got it going on. Teddy D says, "Wow, you look amazing, Tanya." That is that is motivation right there. Like muscle is the elixir of youth and life. Like you put some muscle on, you gonna live forever. You gonna live forever. You gonna live forever and look good. And look good. Yes. Amazing. 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 Is that you, Tanya? Wow, you look freaking amazing. So okay, so I wasn't capping about my reaction, right? Like I wish I could rewind back to my reaction. I wasn't capping. I was like, what the hell? What the hell? I was like, what? Who is this person? Yes, that was my real reaction. I was like, wow, oh my gosh. I think my problem is that I can't get of my two uh Michelin, oh, Michelob. I don't know what you're trying to say. Ultras every night to help me sleep. Oh well. Michelob? What's a Michelob Ultra? Is that a beer? Let me see. What is that? Michelob. Is that? Am I saying that right? Michelob. Am I saying that correctly? Michelob Ultra. So, um, you could switch to a sleep aid. So I talked about L-tryptophan as a supplement that I like to take as a sleep aid. It knocks me out every time. I take 2 capsules at night and I sleep like a baby. So you could try L-tryptophan. Did somebody recommend weed before? Oh, that was for appetite. Somebody was like, try marijuana. I guess that helps you sleep too. I am not condoning drug use, especially if it's not decriminalizing your state. Okay, don't be going to jail on my behalf. Don't be saying like, oh, well, on YouTube, I think she said smoke to go to sleep. I didn't say that. I kind of did, but pretend I didn't say it. Okay. You're very welcome. Thank you so much for sharing. I think you're the first person to share your before and after outside of me, like on the channel. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. If I can get a quarter of your muscles, Tanya, I would be happy. Exactly. I be thinking I'm doing a little little bit. Was that one commenter meaning 0.5 semaglutide? Oh, Keith, Keith might be behind in the stream. We never got clarity on that, Keith. And when you do catch up, I'm not sure. Angela Bassett is my hero. I'm trying to look like her in the Tina Turner movie. She was fit. You there? What's love? She was like this. She was like that. Like, oh my God. Like them arms, them Tina arms, them Bassett arms, and what's love got to do with it? That I ain't gonna lie, that's my inspo too. That's my inspo. Like I have a niece, right? That's a year older than me. She was born with the Bassett arms. I'm talking about from our childhood. This girl had the Bassett arms. She was just naturally muscular. Like it was insane. Love it. I love it. Yes, please turn up if possible. Is my volume low? Can you hear me now, Keith? I don't know why I made my voice so deep. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me see something real quick. How's my volume? Let's turn it up a little bit more. All right. So let me know if that's any better. 60 years old on this weight loss journey. Yes, congratulations. Hi, Rita. I like your rings. Where did you get them? If you don't mind sharing. It's one ring. Oh, let me take the, and Rita, thank you for falling out of the clouds. I'm pretty sure that you're new or first time commenting. It's one ring. And I got it from, so I live in Raleigh. I got it from the mall here, Crabtree Valley Mall. I'm saying that like you're probably in New Mexico somewhere or like New York, Utah, California. You probably anywhere else in the world but North Carolina. But there's a store there with handmade goods. and that's where I got the ring from. So somebody made this by hand, and it's actually too big now. Like I've sized out of it. So I keep switching fingers. It's a little bit better on this one. And then eventually I'll switch hands, even though I like wearing rings on my left. My right side is bigger. Like my right hand is bigger. See, like I have a bit more. It's completely, it can't even go all the way down on this one. So yeah. She meant 5 milligrams Zep. Okay. All right. Michelob Ultra is a beer. Okay. Yeah. I Googled it. Not like an old English. Man, you're probably too young to know that one though. You know what? Hey, I come from a family of drinkers. I only know a couple of beers. So I only know a couple of beers. Maggie, one thing that has helped me sleep was adding HRT to my regimen, and it's truly helped. Not sure your age, but if that's a possibility, maybe you can talk to your doctor about it. I'm not sure what HRT is. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm almost at the end of y'all comments. Volume is okay. Okay. For me, Samotamax has been a godsend. What's that? You got me Googling. Smotomax. What's that? Oh, to help sleep. Okay. No. That says increases growth hormone. Oh yeah, enhanced sleep. Okay. All right, cool. Okay. Okay, you can hear. Okay, so you're not behind in the stream. Yeah, she's going to send me that ring when I can't fit it no more. I'll gift it to you, Journey of Life. In fact, you asked for it first, so if you want it, it's all yours when I size out of it. You can get the ring stopper that you was the ring sizer that you was telling me about. Okay. All right. Hormone replacement therapy. If y'all wasn't on last night's live stream, y'all, I'm not good with acronyms. I just like whatever the acronym is, that's just the word to me. Like GLP is just GLP until last night where I learned it was glucagon like peptide. Let's see if I remember GIP. I think GIP was glucose dependent insulinotropic polypeptide. I learned. I know stuff. Yeah, you can have it. Not now. I'm still being cute with it. Okay. Like we can have a traveling ring thing going on, like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. I think that's what it was called. We can have a whole traveling ring thing. The problem is Journey of Life gonna get it and not send it to nobody else. This will be our GLP-1 ring. I'm 43 and have been going through premenopause for a few years now. Adding HRT has been life-changing. Okay, yeah. From what I understand, once you get to menopause, balancing the hormones becomes crucial. I think Dr. Tina talks about that. All right, you guys can continue. You guys can continue to talk amongst yourselves. Let's get into my video. Let's get into it. And we're going to see if I had a little bit of sense seven months ago versus now. Okay, we're going to see if I had a little bit of sense. A little bit. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit because I was talking fairly slow, but when I speed it up, to me, I talk slow, but to other people, I talk fast. So when I speed it up, if it sounds like, let me know and I'll put it back on regular speed. All right. Nope. Let's remove that and let's stop. Share screen. Yep. Okay. All right. Are we ready? All right. Clear by now that the original titration schedule for Mounjaro and compound Tirzepatide was an epic failure. I have watched many YouTubers fail to meet their weight loss goals and hit a brick wall at 15 milligram weekly injections. In hindsight, they all admit it was a mistake to titrate up too quickly. But is that too fast? Let me know and I'll turn it back down to 1. I put it on 1.25. Let me know if that's too quick. If I'm like let me know. Everyone was just following along with the recommended schedule from the manufacturer,
as they should have. However, recommendations are quietly changing without ever admitting how early users of the medication were dosed incorrectly and now have nowhere to go until the next line of GLP-1s are released. So if you're currently following or planning to follow the original titration schedule of Mounjaro, you might want to reconsider. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's Vanity and I have lost 30 pounds on compound Tirzepatide. It's been 5 months and I'm only now choosing to titrate up to the 7.5 milligram dose. Technically, if I was following...
So it took me 5 months to lose 30 pounds. I feel like, how quick is that? I feel like that's a little slow. No, that, you know what? That's roughly 6 pounds a month. Okay, I take that back. That's not slow. It's slower than I would have liked, but that's healthy. That's healthy weight loss. Okay, so let me not get to complaining.
Following the original titration schedule, I would be at 10 milligram weekly injections by now, which would have been a complete and utter disaster. So with some trial and error after the release of these GLP-1s, it looks like doctors, patients, and telehealth companies have decided against the original 4-week titration schedule. There was a common misconception that the quicker you titrate up, the more weight you would lose, or even the faster you would lose your weight. This couldn't be further from the truth, as we now know. But unfortunately, it's too late for some to learn this, as they've already reached the maximum dose of 15 milligrams. But the fact that they have shared their journeys, successes, and failures, they're considered trailblazers for people like me that are pretty late to the GLP-1 game. Based on my own research, I decided when I started my journey that the objective was to stay on each dose as long as possible before titrating up. I even wanted to stay on the 2.5 milligram dose for most of my journey if possible, but since it's a non-therapeutic dose, that didn't exactly work out as I had planned. So after the first month, I titrated up to the 5 milligram of compound Tirzepatide, and that's where I've been since. Now, next week I'll be moving up to the 7.5 milligram dose, and I wanted to share some things you should take into consideration when you're deciding if it's the right time for you to titrate up. The first thing you should consider are your symptoms and side effects. You want to pay attention to how severe they are, because titrating up too quickly can make your symptoms worse. Now, some people are lucky enough to not have any symptoms or side effects at all, or if they do, they are very, very mild. But for me, one thing I struggled with was extreme fatigue on the 5 milligram, and that was one thing that kept me from titrating up to the 7.5 milligrams sooner, because I was afraid that my fatigue would get worse. But the other thing to consider is appetite suppression. If your appetite suppression is good on your current dose, then you may not need to titrate up. So what does a good amount of appetite suppression look like? Well, you want to make sure that you're still able to eat enough food to meet your caloric intake goals for the day, meaning that if your appetite suppression is too much or too great to the point where you can't eat at all, that's not a good thing. But if you have little to no appetite suppression, then that's a good sign that the dose that you're currently on is probably not strong enough for you.
Okay, are we following? Like I said, I think someone said that this is a good speed. Okay, so I don't need to slow it down. But so the first thing was your symptoms, right? And the reason that I put that in there, honestly, I would have forgot to mention that now, but because I was still symptomatic at that time, that's why I felt like it was important to mention your symptoms. Like, you don't want to titrate up super quickly and you're already struggling with the symptoms where you are. Like, it hasn't been addressed where you are. And the second thing was your appetite suppression. If you cannot eat, your dose is probably too high. Like, if you just simply can't eat at all, your dose is probably too high. And my answer to that is to potentially titrate down. But if you can pretty much eat whatever you want when you want and have no appetite suppression at all, then like a 2.5 starter dose for some people, they don't even respond to it, then yeah, it's probably time to titrate up. So I think we're all following. Let's continue.
This is where that one-size-fit-all titration schedule of every 4 weeks kind of becomes a problem. Not everyone needs to titrate up after 4 weeks. Some people have more weight to lose than others. Some people experience symptoms more severely than others. So you definitely want to consider how you're feeling and how moving up to the next dose could potentially make you feel worse or give you more of an effect that you're looking for. Now, if it turns out that you feel like you are getting a good amount of appetite suppression, but yet you're still experiencing hunger in between your doses, one thing that I like to do is reduce my appetite stimulating foods. So that would be your high carb foods, your high sugar foods. Those are the things that tend to make us hungry. So like your rice and potatoes and your cookies and candy.
I'm sorry, I was muted. Sorry. Right? Okay. Who was mentioning this earlier? Oh no, we didn't get to that part. We didn't get to the protein part. Somebody was mentioning upping the protein. Was it Michelle? But I guess I'm gonna say it, but we didn't get to that part yet.
I like rice and potatoes, but typically if I experience that I'm getting hungry around day 4, 5, or 6 or whatever before my next dose, I'll go ahead and remove a lot of those carbs and try to increase my protein and fats so that I have more satiety until my next dose.
There it is. There it is. There it is. All I had to do was wait a few more seconds, okay? So shout out to Journey of Life that recommended I go back to some of my older videos for a little bit of motivation, okay? I was like, no, it's too hard. I don't wanna. But I took you up on your suggestion. And this was one of the videos I went back to. And I was like, you know what? I kind of made a lot of sense back then, okay? Like now that I'm at 54 pounds down versus 30, I think I have forgotten some of the points that I had made before because I was earlier in my journey then. So I was still in the midst of like learning a lot of stuff that I kind of just know off the top of my head now. So when you feel like you know a lot, you tend to start slipping, okay? You tend to be a little slippery on the details, but I feel like I've always stressed that okay, I can tell when my carbs are too high. I'm getting hungry. I'm starting to want shit. Like it's time to drop the carbs. Okay. It's time to drop them. So I think that this was a really good point. And although I know this, which actually I had started doing this a couple of days ago. So which is why it's interesting that I'm hungry today, post dropping my carbs and post injection. So both of those things combined should have my appetite under control. And right now it's kind of neutral. It's not leaning more towards suppressed, nor is it ravenous. I'm kind of like in the middle, which is manageable, but I don't think I'm going to stay in the middle very long, which is why I'm trying to get ahead of it. And then I talked about upping my protein and fats. Now, what you don't want to do is up your protein and fats while your carbs are high. So even if you don't necessarily believe in a low carb diet, if you're going to up your protein and fat, you at least need to make sure your carbs are in a moderate range. They don't have to be low. They don't have to be keto. They don't have to be zero. But for me, if I'm hungry in between my doses, my carbs are too high. Like if I'm on every 7 days and I'm hungry in between my doses, my carbs are too high. Okay. So what I'm saying in this video actually still applies today. The highest dose that I reached was 10 milligram. And then once I reached my goal weight of 119, I started maintenance, went down to 5 milligram. That's my objective. I would like to get down to the 5 and maintain. Now, Tanya, hear me out. You managed to titrate down from the 10 to the 5. How did you deal with potential hunger and food noise once you did that? Has it been a struggle? Let us know. High protein, fiber, and good fats. Yes, that's amazing. I wish to follow in your footsteps. How tall are you? I think Tanya is 5'5". I think Tanya says she's 5'5". I get in 60 grams of protein daily, and I take creatine twice in a day, early a.m. and in the evening around 6 p.m. to help with my muscle mass gain. Yeah, I had started creatine when I was working out. So, oh my gosh, let me get back in the gym. Like, guys, leave me alone, okay? Up that protein, up that hydration, be patient for a minute and let them settle in. Then check your hunger. Absolutely. I 1000% agree. I was literally looking into creatine last night, but it was all so confusing on which one to buy. So I just left it alone for now. Don't overthink it. Buy one that has decent reviews, good reviews. A lot of them do. If you're still confused, you can go into a GNC and ask what they recommend. But creatine is definitely, like, if you're weight training, creatine is definitely really, really helpful for the recovery. Yes, it takes 1 month to gain 1 pound of muscle. I've been strength training at the YMCA for about 14 months. Okay. Interview Tanya if she's okay with it. No food noise at this point, and I've had no side effects at all on this journey. Tanya, are you interested in an interview? Not today because we're already an hour and a half in. But if you would like, we could definitely set up a stream where I interview you, or you can just take over the stream and talk about your journey. Don't make me do stuff. Don't make me do stuff. Hi, Simply Tasia. It's Tasia, right? Or is it Tasha? I think it's Tasia. Yes. Okay. I've been taking creatine daily since September. I love it. Thank you so much for falling out of the clouds. If you have, I feel like I've seen the butterflies before, but I don't know if it was because another person had them. So let me know if this is your first time commenting. If it is, welcome. Thank you so much. How long have you been Venetian, girl? How long have you been a little vain? Okay, because we're a little vain over here. So let me know. I purchased the $12.99 creatine from Walmart. Yeah, like I wouldn't overthink it. Okay. All right. So I have your email. I'll send you another email and we'll come up with a good time. What time zone are you in? Date and time, I should say. Just so you know, Tanya, I'm in the middle of moving right now. It's bare back there. I'm in the middle of moving right now, so I'm a bit all over the place, but we will narrow down a date and a time to do that. Taisha. Oh, you know what? I'm often not wrong, but thank you so much. I usually say, like, sound it out for me. So you did it before I could say it. I have a niece named Tasia, so it's Taysha. So I thought the AI was replacing the Y. Okay, nice to meet you, Taisha. Taisha, wonderful, wonderful. Listen, don't try to call me slow. Journey of life. Don't try to call me slow. Okay, you're in Eastern. Okay. Hi, Taisha. I just found you earlier this week. You're adorable and I love your personality. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you found us. Your profile picture is adorable. I love your smile. I stopped using Korean seed because my belly expanded like I was preggo, had to stop. Maggie, I'm going to need you to leave me alone because why I thought your comment said my belly exploded. I'm so glad that my brain was ahead of my conscience, or was it my conscience ahead of my brain? I don't know. Something was ahead of something because I read expanded, but before it came out of my mouth, I thought it said exploded. I thought you said your belly exploded, girl. I'm so glad your belly did not explode, okay? All right? Okay. Everyone say hi to Taisha. She has fallen out of the clouds. Fallen out of the clouds, okay? Taisha, I hope you had a soft landing. Like when it's the guys, I'm like, did it hurt? Did it hurt when you fell out of the clouds? But when it's the ladies, like, yes, I'm a little sexist. I'm like, oh, my God, did you have a soft landing? Did you have a soft landing? Like, don't hurt yourself. The guys, I'm like, did you bump your head when you fell? Sorry, I'm a little dramatic. Okay. Okay. Creatine. Okay. All right. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Oh my God. I love it when new people comment. Okay. So let's continue. We're at protein and fats.
Now, the next thing you want to consider is how quickly you are losing weight. Let's be clear, 1 to 2 pounds of weight loss per week is healthy, perfectly fine. You are not, I repeat, you are not falling behind if you are losing 1 to 2 pounds of weight per week. When we get into these medications, it's very easy to fall down the rabbit hole of success stories or experience stories of people losing 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds a week. 20 pounds in a month. I'm not knocking those experiences. I'm just saying that is not the norm unless you're just straight up not eating, which comes back to the previous thing of how severe is your appetite suppression. You do not want to get to the point where you can't eat at all because a lot of your weight loss will be muscle at that point. So definitely make sure your diet and lifestyle factors are all in alignment with what you need to achieve healthy weight loss, not just rapid weight loss. Now, if the scale is not moving and you're starting to panic and you're thinking, well, clearly this means that it's time to move up to the next dose. Not so fast. Don't forget about your non-scale victories, okay? The scale is not the end-all be-all. It is
non-scale victories. Who was sad facing me in the chat? Who was that? Who was it? Let me scroll back. It was Maggie. Were you sad facing me about not losing weight? Listen up. Open your ears. Non-scale victories, girl. We all gotta look beyond the scale, even though I step on the scale every day. So I'm team scale. I like the scale. But the scale ain't always right, okay? So we want to look at things outside of the scale to make sure that we are seeing progress in other areas. Okay. Taisha is really fit too with some guns like Tanya. How do y'all know that? It was a very soft landing. Well, good for you. I'm happy to hear that. I enjoy your channel. What? She has a channel? Y'all know I like finding out when people have a channel. So now we have to sidebar and go check it out. Let me go see. Let me go be nosy. I love finding out that people have a channel. Oh, I can't click on it from StreamYard. Okay, hold on. Let me go research it real quick. I'm nosy. I want to go subscribe. Let me see. Simply. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Channel much? Channel much? Y'all know what this means. Well, see, okay, this time y'all are ahead of me. Typically, I would say go subscribe when someone has a channel, but it looks like y'all already know her. I'm the one that's late to the party, so let me go ahead and subscribe. And when I get off of here, I will watch some of your content. I love this. I love this. I love when I find out someone has a channel. Okay, so if you are not familiar with Simply Taisha, then go check out her channel and subscribe. Okay, all right. Don't ask me why to subscribe, because I said so. Do as I say and as I do. I can't say not as I do because I just subscribed. Don't listen to me. Listen to me about going to check it out. Okay, trust me. I got a good feeling about these things. Okay, so just go ahead. Don't ask no questions. Just go subscribe. I do not know if I really believe in non-skill victories. Maggie, come here. Come here. Let me come here. Come here, Maggie. What do you mean you don't believe in non-scale victories? What are you talking about? What about how your clothes fit? You can't measure how your clothes fit on the scale. You can't measure that on the scale. What about like how your skin looks? You can't measure that on the scale. How your sleep is. You can't measure that on the scale. How your energy is. You can't measure that on the scale. I'm about to put you in timeout. To the back. I hate the scale, but I like to visit it every day. What? Toxic. If you don't like the scale, you ain't gotta talk to her every day. Talk to her every week or twice a week, 2-3 times a week. Find the right amount of time that works for you. Okay. Oh, you all know her channel. Okay, so I have to get caught up. I'm the noob here. Oh my gosh. I'm the noob. I don't know nothing yet. Okay, fine. I will go get caught up. Okay. Hey, Turtle Diaries. You're another one that I was like, oh my gosh, you have a channel. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love her. I love her. Okay. I have subscribed, Taisha. A contagious laugh. Okay. All right. Your skin is amazing. Then hush your noise. What you talking about? That's a victory. What do you? Okay, so Maggie, I was talking about how I was talking about in my last stream how, let me take this off. My arms are doing better, right? Like it's still loose, still have some loose skin, still some fat, but it's less wrinkly. Like this was pure like sag, I would say about 2 months ago. It's gotten more taut, and I think it's somewhat from the fasting. But that's a non-scale victory for me that my arms are looking better. That's a non-scale victory for me, because I was really like starting to be kind of insecure about it. Like it was just looking like wrinkly and saggy, which happens with weight loss. So it wasn't the end of the world, but I was like, oh my gosh, like fix it. Okay. Let me get caught up. Let me see. Hey there, Sweet Tea. Who the heck is Sweet Tea? Did I miss somebody? I feel she is the most honest. Voice of an angel. Oh, I still haven't heard her sing yet. The scale is a liar. The scale do be lying. You're welcome. Thank you for subscribing as well. Downsizing Diva. Falling out of the clouds. Did you have a soft landing? Okay. Everybody check on Downsizing Diva. We got another one out of the clouds. Everybody say hi. I mean, y'all probably already did it because I'm behind in the chat. But hi. Hello. Hi, Vanity. Hey, chat. I love the hair. The curls are everything. Thank you so much. And thank you for commenting. Interview Taisha. She has amazing story about a lot of subject matters. Just assist with the interviews. Okay. Y'all just volunteering people for interviews. Like, how y'all know they want to do that? We can definitely do that if she's interested. I got to get caught up on what her story is, though, so I know what to ask. The scale cannot distinguish between water retention, period bloating, and true fat gain. Okay. I emailed you that video. No, don't start with me, Sydney. Oh my God. Oh my God. Do not start with me. We are in a good place. We are in a good space. This is therapeutic. You are not about to get me started. Like, I know people that were not on last night's stream don't know what we're talking about. And then look at do y'all see that emoji? Do y'all see it? Do y'all see the? No, that's what no, don't start with me, Sydney. Sydney. Somebody block Sydney because Sydney is trying to start, okay? Sydney is trying to get me in the middle of us having a party, trying to get me to react to some shenanigans on YouTube, which I will totally do because I am a clown. Like, I'll do it right now. Oh, you're also Sweet Tea. We all got so many names. Okay. I'm like, who the heck is Sweet Tea? All right. Okay. Y'all just all know what's going on. I haven't like explored much, so I don't know a lot of the other channels. Okay, yes. Hey Diva. Yeah. Hope you're feeling better, Delilah. Hey. Oh wait, hold on. Did Baby Didi make you turn on some freestyle later? Come on, let's detour. What we detouring to? Thanks, Sweet Tea. I'm feeling much better. I got the pictures. Oh, y'all are in here cutting up. Sydney, stop. Somebody block her before I fall for the okie doke and get to this video, because I gotta react to it live. Okay. No, Teddy, you're not. What part? Okay, so Teddy, I gave you credit for bringing me back to reality and keeping me a little grounded when I start going off into la la land, okay? And here you go instigating. We're not doing that. Tanya sure does look straight up amazing. Okay, so we got Tanya agreed to an interview. So I will email Tanya and then potentially Taisha when I get caught up on her content if she would like to do that. I hate y'all so much. Y'all are stressing me out. Oh my God. Y'all are stressing me out. Oh my God. You're all a bunch of degenerates. Oh my gosh. Oh God, I'm going to check my email. I'm going to do it. This is all your fault. This is all your fault, Sydney. This is all your fault. This is all your fault. Like, this is all your fault. Now everybody's like, the video, show the video. What video? This is your fault. You did this. Okay. So if this devolves into mayhem, remember who started this. It wasn't me. I wasn't the one out here acting crazy. Okay. I wasn't the one out here like, oh, let's go review some other stuff. No. It wasn't me. Didn't I call y'all all liars yesterday when y'all told me that this exists on YouTube? So real quick recap. We were live yesterday and apparently I found out that some content creators are out here spreading a pure and utter tomfoolery when it comes to injections, okay? And I said that y'all are lying. Like, no, they're not, because that would be insane. Like, no, like some of the things that they were telling me that they were recommending to people, I'm like, there's nobody out here doing that. There probably is. But I agreed that if Sydney found the video, I would react to it live. Anybody that has seen my reaction to Lizzo, finding out Lizzo was on Ozempic, y'all know what's about to happen. Messy, a mess, a hot mess. Not roll that beautiful bean footage. All right, y'all asked for it. I didn't do this. You know what? I'm going to be devil's advocate and say it's probably not even that bad. These people are probably smart and know exactly what they're talking about. I don't even know who this video is by. So, okay, so it says, here's the video we discussed on one of your recent lives where someone gave ill-advised instructions on how to get every last drop of GLP-1s out of an... Deep breaths. You can do this. Out of an already used vial. Wait until you see who's giving that advice. No. I was just about to say, I hope it's not a single content creator that I'm familiar with. Is it you, Turtle Diaries? Are you the one out here telling people how to get every single dose out of an already used vial. It better not be you, Turtle Diaries, because I'm going to be really upset. I'm going to be really upset. Listen, I was literally thinking like, oh God. I could tell by the, it's somebody, oh God, it's somebody I'm familiar with. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, Jen, oh gosh, no, oh gosh. Okay. Oh gosh, I don't want to click on it. All right, let's do this. Y'all asked for it. It's not my fault. Y'all really want to do this? We almost had 2 hours. Okay, I'm not even gonna ask because y'all gonna say, yeah, it don't matter. Let me just do it. Let me just do it. Let me just do it. No! No. Oh, I didn't share my screen. No. Hold on. No. No. Why are you making me do this? I gotta laugh to keep from crying. I'm really about to tear up right now. Y'all are stressing me out. Oh, no. Okay, good luck. Good luck on your pharmacy license. No. Oh my gosh. Why are y'all doing this? We just went through this. We just did not have to listen, did not come out of that but the last live stream I did about Allie, did not come out of that having to read somebody for filth in the comments. Now I was kind. I left that video on unlisted, so whoever got the notification can still watch it. I was kind. I kept that video unlisted because I was cutting up. I was cutting up, and I'm like, you know what? This is not for the public. This is just for the people that were there, and whoever is subscribed will get the notification if they still want to watch it. And then here we go with Sydney. This is what I get. This is what I get for opening my mouth and saying, you know what, Sydney? Send me the video. And then this is what you do. This is what you send me. I hate y'all. I hate every last one of y'all. I hate all of you. All of you. If I could kick y'all out, I would. But I can't kick y'all out without kicking myself out. And I don't deserve to be kicked out, okay? I don't deserve it. So we're already here. The damage is done. Can't take it back now. Can't take it back. It's already here. We're here. All right, let's do this. I need something to drink. Oh God, I need a Michelob Ultra. I need a beverage. I need a drink. I need a drink. Alcohol. Oh God, no, I sent my alcohol to South Carolina. I had 2 bottles of wine. I sent it away. I don't have anything to get me through this, okay? For the record, yes, I do. Like, I am completely and utterly dramatic, but I love Allie. I love her to death. Okay. I just wasn't prepared for it to be her. Like when I wasn't prepared. Okay. All right, let's do this. I need a Michelob Ultra. I need one now, Maggie. Where are you? Where are you, Maggie? I got the water. It ain't. I don't. All right. Okay, let's do this. I may as well get it out the way, right? This is my honest opinion. I'm seeing this for the first time. Y'all have already seen my reaction to opening the email. You've seen my reaction to clicking on the link. I shouldn't have clicked it. All right. All right. Let's do this.
It's shot day, and you're down to the last itty bitty bit of gold that's in your vial. And you're like, how am I going to get this out? Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm going to show you 2 ways to get that last little bit of your medication out of your vial.
The upper room. Do y'all know that? When Jesus, y'all know that? Y'all seen Life? Oh God, why? Like, okay, so for the record, right? The reason that I'm reacting so strongly to this is not only because it's Allie. One, I expected it to be someone that I wasn't familiar with. Two, I think that the foundation of the advice or instruction before I even watched the video is goofy and problematic. But what do I know? Oh, sorry, my mic. What do I know? I could be completely wrong, and this video could be completely harmless, okay? Life. Listen, this could be completely harmless. Oh, he was talking about going to that upper room. Like he was talking about going up there. And we don't want to send people up there by fumbling around with used vials. Okay, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to send them to the emergency room or the upper room. Amen. I'm just saying, okay? So I think it's goofy. I think it's a silly idea. I don't think it's necessary to get every because there's not that much more in the dang vial to even be trying to work that hard. But let's see. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe there's something that she knows that I don't know. Okay.
Let's jump into it. All right, step one, you got to get your surface clean and get all your stuff together. Okay, yes, we're doing that. And then here, I'm going to show you, this is my vial with my medication in it. Yep. Look, I even wrote the date on there so I could keep track of how long each vial is lasting.
I'm not going to lie. I was not prepared for a demonstration. I tried to just be quiet and suck it up. I did not know. I thought we were just going to talk about it. I did not know we were going to have to watch it. I did not know that. Listen, disclaimer. Talk to your doctor, talk to your local scientist down at the community college. I'm not condoning. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not attempt the things that are being shown. And if you do, attempt them at your own risk. I didn't know we was going to have to watch this go down. I did not know we was going to have to watch this go down. What? Okay, well, I can do this. Okay.
To me, oh, this here is a vial opener.
What?
I got that link.
What are we doing with the vial? Here's my vial. Like, what are we? Okay, you know what? We all have our own personalities and flavor that we like to add to our videos. So who am I to judge? Okay? So let me shut up. We can get through it. It's a good demonstration. It is? Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's do this then. Beauty in London, you're so beautiful. Are you okay? You fell out of the clouds, girl. Did you have a soft landing? I hope that you had a soft landing. Hi, I'm new to your channel. I've been on brand ZEPBOUND for 9 weeks now. You're such a noob. Oh my gosh, you're such a newbie. My first 8 weeks, I did 2.5, just started 5 milligram yesterday. Well, congratulations on your journey. If you want, let us know your height, your starting weight, your current weight, and your goal weight, okay? Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm glad you found us. Please don't mistake. Like, okay, sidebar, Beauty in London. We typically have a little bit of sense over here, okay? I don't know how long you've been watching, like this particular live. We typically have a little bit of sense over here, okay? But I have a little bit of a problem, okay, when it comes to reacting to videos. And this video was sent to me as a suggestion. So I'm reacting to it live. So if I seem a little throwed off, give me a chance. Watch a couple more videos, right? Don't judge me based on this. Give me a little time before you decide to leave us, okay? Oh, okay. Thank you for joining us. Okay. It's a good demonstration. Are you sure? Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna give it a chance. I don't know. I'm thinking the same thing. Okay. So Michelle says it's a good demonstration. Let's see. I'll give the benefit of the doubt. I just wanted to get my bias out of the way of saying that I think it's not a good idea. But like I said, I could be wrong. So let's see. Let's see.
Link in the description box below in case you want to take the easy road. Okay. Yes, I am wearing my pajamas. What are you going to do about it? Okay, so step one, we're going to sanitize. And please take note that I am doing this for a long time, okay? I see other people, they've been making videos, and they sanitize for like 2 seconds. That is not sanitizing. Nothing about that is clean and sanitized. And it really bothers me. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take the cap off. Okay, and then we're going to draw back some air. Okay, I'm going to have to give up on this accent because I just can't.
Oh, thank God. Oh, God. Oh, thank God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, gosh. Thank God. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Thank you. Wonderful. Amazing. Great call. Wonderful call. No more accent. I feel so much better. Okay, maybe I can get through the rest of this. All right, let's do this.
Okay, so we're going to draw back some air and we're going to put that air into our vial. Now, you may be able to put all of it in. I was able to put all of it in. Or you may find that it'll only take part of the air before you start to feel that pressurization. Okay, once we're pressurized, then we're going to be able to draw out the medication. And I'm a little bit off screen here. I apologize. I'm trying to look through the vial neck to see if I need to adjust the needle to bring it down. And I didn't realize I was completely out of view. I'm so sorry. So this is the first way. It's also the recommended way to get everything out of your vial.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted. Recommended by... And this is definitely compound. This is not ZEPBOUND vials. This is compound. Recommended by... Who recommended this? This is the recommended way. Where is the pharmacist? Jen, the pharmacist, I need you to stop your test and come be a pharmacist. Who recommended this? And here's the thing. Who am I? I'm not nobody to say that this is a bad idea. I wouldn't do it, but I'm asking who, she said the recommended way. Who recommended this? Do y'all know? Because I don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this. The interconnects. Well, it's definitely not Rihanna's internet because Rihanna's internet would never. So, like, it's giving. I don't know. The dark web. the dark interconnects web. Who said to do this? Dr. TikTok. Why didn't I realize that? Dr. TikTok. Got it. Okay, I just needed to know. Thank you so much, Sydney, for the super chat. Thanks. Sydney says, thanks for doing the review live, Vanity. Laughing emoji, okay? Peep the laughing emoji, okay? You're very welcome, Sydney. What time is it? Okay. I'm only asking because I'm like, oh, I'm definitely getting a slice of pizza after this nonsense. Oh, I'm definitely getting me some pizza after this if the pizza place is still open. But you're very welcome, Sydney. Speaking of super chats, I forgot to mention that you can support the stream and send a comment via super chat. Just click on the little $ at the bottom of on the side of the chat box, and you can send yourself a super chat. Send yourself. You can send me a super chat. Also, actually, while we're doing this, let me go ahead and share the link to become a member, and then we will get back to the tomfoolery. I'm so sorry. I call names over here. I'm not calling Allie a fool, but what's being done is foolery. Yep, it is. It is. To me, well, no, I gotta get through the video first. I gotta get through the video first to confirm if it's foolery or not, because maybe I'll learn something here. Maybe I'll learn something here. Yeah. It's okay to accept new information. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me get my link for new people to become a member. And there you go. Nope, it didn't copy. It didn't work. What happened? What just happened? Hold on. There we go. Let's try this again. Why is it not pasting? That's weird. Okay, there we go. All right. You can click that link to become a member. There are 3 tiers. Just Vain is 99 cents. The Venetian tier is $2.99, and the VVS tier is $6.99. I do members only live streams, and some content also gets moved to members only after I'm done live streaming. Okay, so it's best to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can catch me when I'm live, because oftentimes when I'm done, the live goes to members only. All right. So again, thank you, Sydney, for becoming a member, and also thank you for the super chat. All right. Dr. Google, we got a whole list of doctors here. Jen is actually going to take a test right now. Good luck, Jen. No, we need her to stop that test and come assist us over here. Okay. Starting weight 271. I weighed in yesterday at 240.6. So that's 30 pounds down in 2 months. You are rocking it, girl. Congratulations. You are killing it. It took me 5 months to get 30 pounds off. Definitely congratulations. All right. It doesn't seem like old medication. Are these 1-dose vials? I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I really don't know. It's not ZEPBOUND. ZEPBOUND is definitely 1 single-dose vials. This looks like compound, but I'm assuming the compound is in multi-use vials, or I don't know. Does anybody know? Working out 4 days a week. Wonderful. Wonderful. Congratulations. Okay. I don't know what this is. Do y'all want to go back to the beginning and try to find out and then skip back to this portion? Let's see what she said when she started out.
It's shot day, and you're down to the last itty bitty bit of gold that's in your vial. And you're like, how am I going to get this out? Don't worry, I got you covered. It's also the recommended way.
Okay, so she didn't say it was a single dose vial, so maybe this is a multi-puncture vial. So it's not unusual to puncture it again. So that's essentially fine. But I am a little concerned with the recapping of the needle, which I guess that's not the end of the world, but I don't think you're supposed to do that, but I don't think it's the end of the world. And I want to know, she said the recommended way, so I wanted to know who recommended this. Now, this would have been worse if this was a single puncture vial, like single use vial, but she didn't specify. She just said it's shot day and you're down to the last little bit out of a single dose vial, or the last little bit out of a multi-dose vial. Okay. So let's continue.
To get everything out of your vial. Okay? And then I'm just going to show you right here that I got it all out of there. Now, because this is empty, I'm going to show you the other way. This way is great if you are somebody who has challenges when it comes to arthritis in your hands, or inflammation, or challenges with, dealing with, working with things that are very small. This is the easy way out. So you're going to take your vial opener and you're just going to apply steady pressure until it pops open. Okay. Then your top will be open, which I show you here. And then you'll be able to place your needle down into the vial to then draw up the medication. So this is not...
Isn't the point of having a medication in a vial to keep it sterile until you can draw it up into a syringe? Why would we pop the lid off the vial? Why would we do that? I mean, so is the understanding, because you're going to draw up the last bit of the medication, it doesn't matter that you popped it open, because you're not going to need to use the vial again. I still don't. You know what? Even if I give the benefit of the doubt of it being a multi-use vial, a multi-punctured vial, like a vial you can puncture multiple times, even if I give the benefit of the doubt of that, and we say like, okay, the first one wasn't so bad. Definitely don't do that if it's a single use vial. But why are we popping the lid off of the vial? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? Why would we do that? Is it that important to get that last half a unit or unit? That don't seem safe to pop open the vial. That don't seem safe. It just doesn't seem safe to me. Also, she should wear gloves. Well, if you're gonna pop open the vial, which I don't think you should be doing that, but I mean, I guess gloves would be helpful, but I don't think you should be doing that in the first place. Like, why are you, like, don't get me wrong, I don't wear gloves to do my injection. I'm not doing all that. But this is a lot. This is a lot of steps. This is what get out. Get out, Delilah. Get out. Because if there's not somebody actually named Dr. Pepper, I need you to go to timeout. Because I was about to read that comment like you was serious. Get out. Delilah says that is what Dr. Pepper recommends, of course. Then use like the last drips for good measure, per Dr. Pepper, of course. I was about to read this comment like it was serious. Delilah needs to be in timeout, because why you do that? Why you do that? Who is Dr. Pepper? The soda? I don't think there's an issue using the air method, but opening seems like exposure. Yeah. If this, okay, but yes, so I agree. I would just say that, Mindy girl, don't get mad at me. I told you I was going to use this example 15 times. The only problem that I have with this is that she did not specify, because, matter of fact, let me see how old the video is. Let me see. 2 months ago. Okay, so at this point, she's fully aware that Eli Lilly's single-use vials exist. So I would have gave a disclaimer that this is only for compound. This does not apply to the single-use vials, because some people are unaware. Some people that come from compound and go to the ZEPBOUND vials, they assume that because they're both vials that you can reuse the ZEPBOUND vials. Okay, so I would have liked a disclaimer that says this applies to compound only. If you are on ZEPBOUND single-use vials, this method does not apply to you. Don't do this. That's why I was wondering, like, when she said this was the recommended way, I'm like, recommended by who? Because Eli Lilly wouldn't tell you to do that. But again, it seems like they said, nope, not doing it. Dr. Pepper is the first cousin of Sir TikTok. I need all of y'all to go to bed. It's too late. Oh God, my ring is falling off because it's getting a little too big, or my fingers are getting a little too small. Y'all are out of pocket. That Dr. Pepper comment, like, I'm a find a corny joke for it. Like, my boyfriend's gonna come home. I went to see the doctor. Oh, what did you go to the doctor for? And I'm not gonna have an answer. I'm just gonna be like, I don't know. I was trying to get to saying that Dr. Pepper was the punchline, but I didn't quite make it. That's what's gonna happen. I licked the last drip. But it's giving lick the last drips when you pop open the vial and just, oh, that looked wrong. Oh my God, don't ignore that I just did that. But it's given pop it open and just throw it back. Just throw it back. That's what it's given. Jen, the pharmacist, is back. I'm sure the dog's running around, add extra seasoning. Lord have mercy. The upper room. When Jesus. when Jesus. I can't even do Eddie Murphy no credit and give it to Jesus. Like I can't even do it. I'm exhausted because I didn't even think of that. All the dander and fur. That's a lot. No content creator should be recommending that we open vials or pens, period. Now, Turtle Diaries. Here's the thing. That's what I said about the pens. I ain't never seen this shit before. But when we were talking about content creators making odd recommendations last night, I was like, when I was first learning about Compound and Manjaro, because ZEPBOUND wasn't out yet, the vials definitely weren't out in the US. I was seeing people on YouTube, content creators, teaching people how to split their pens. And I was like, y'all got it. Won't catch me in the ER by doing that. And I'm trying to fearmonger that everything like pen splitting automatically means you're going to take a trip to the ER. Plenty of people do it. I just don't think people should be doing it. I don't think it's that serious. Especially when people were getting their Manjaro for like $25 way back in the day, a year ago, 2 years ago. So yeah, no. I believe the reason they have the type of cap on them means they aren't meant to be open. I'm definitely not well versed on it. Well, Taisha, it's just called a little bit of common sense, and that's what you are displaying. Like the type, okay, because let me tell y'all, you know what I was really thinking when she did this? You know what I was really thinking? If the top was meant to come off, wouldn't they just have a screw top that you can open and close, take your injection, close it, open it, take your injection and close it? If it was meant to be open and then drawn up, wouldn't they just make it easy to get off? Wouldn't they just say, keep it closed until you're ready to get the last little tiny bit out and then pop it open? Guess what? We have a little tab on there where you can pop it open or you can unscrew it and then you can get the last little bit out. That's not why the last little bit is in there. It's not in there for you to go get it. It's not in there for you to go get it. You know what I mean? Like it's in there to give you a little wiggle room when you're pulling up the correct amount and then you discard the rest. Like, listen. It looks like a single-use file. I don't know how to identify a single-use vial. I only know of ZEPBOUND having single-use vials. I thought all compound vials were multi-use, but I don't know. Y'all tell me. I just hold the vial upside down and slowly pull the needle out to the lowest it will go without coming out the stopper, and I get it all. That's what I did recently with my ZEPBOUND vial. I just pulled it past 50 units without pulling the stopper all the way out. It would be easier if I had 100 unit syringes, but I only have 50 unit syringes. So I just pull it a little bit past the 50 units and I was able to get most of it out. I didn't even get all of it because I have pulled my plunger out before, but I was just trying to draw up air when I did that. So now I'm super careful, but yeah, no, this is not worth it at all. Sweet tea, there's another content creator I've seen who showed how to use a single-use pen to a spent bottle and then make smaller doses so that, yep, splitting their pens. I was waiting on someone to mention a dog running through the area with its tail wagging. Oh, that is a syringe full of dog farts. That's what it is. Y'all not gonna convince me that dog didn't wag its way past with a couple of toots. Toots spread. They do. They spread. Yeah, no. The Eli Lilly instructions make it very plain not remove that stopper. Now, I'm assuming that these aren't Lilly vials, but it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. If it's a vial with a stopper on it, leave the damn stopper on there. You had to get a whole tool to pop it open. Like, why are you working so hard to get no, just leave it. It's not that serious. Also, if your vial has been open for 4 to 5 weeks, let it go. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, if you're at the end, if you're at your 4th week, let it go. Let it die. 4 or 5 weeks, let it die. Once a sterile product is open in a non-sterile environment, it's no longer sterile. Now, Jen, I ain't no genius, but even I know that. That was the first thing I said when I paused the video. Isn't the point of the vial to keep it sterile? Why would you open it? It's no longer sterile. Why would you do that? And if it wasn't that serious or if it wasn't that important, they would just use removable lids. That's easy to come off. They don't want you to take them off for a reason. It's supposed to go from the vial to the syringe, directly into, being used, injecting. Like, it's not supposed to spend a whole lot of time outside of its sterile environment, right? So it's like, why are we doing that? If someone does it and something happens, she would be liable. This should be taken down, period. That ain't none of my business. This is for entertainment purposes only. If people are goofy enough, and this is not an attack, I love Allie, but that's why my reaction was so strong when I clicked on the email, when I clicked on the link, and because I couldn't tell who did the video, and Sydney didn't warn me who did the video. When I saw it was Allie, I had a conniption because I'm like, she's better than this. She's so much better than this. Like, leave this to the loony bins. Like, why are you doing this? This is not helpful. This is not helpful at all. This is not helpful. This is not helpful. Amen. Amen. Pharmacist Jen. Okay, now go back to your test and pass it. Thank you for coming to Venetian University. Okay, everyone, drop off your assignments before you head out. Okay. All right. Well, let's continue. We already here. May as well finish it up.
Not as recommended, right? Because you are, exposing the medication.
So why would you? No, let's go back. Let's go back a bit. Because she literally just said what we just said. So why would you even show this?
Arthritis in your hands, or inflammation, or challenges with, dealing with, working with things that are very small. This is the easy way out. So you're going to take your vial opener and you're just going to apply steady pressure until it pops open. Okay. Then your top will be open, which I show you here. And then you'll be able to place your needle down into the vial to then draw up the medication. So this is not as recommended, right? Because you are, exposing the medication, right?
No. Is it not recommended at all, or is it not as recommended? Sidebar, real quick. Y'all, look at my Prime Day purchase. I got me a Stanley, another one. I have the other one that y'all usually see. I've been waiting to get this color since last year, but I couldn't justify spending $45 on it. Like the one that I originally had, this one was a Christmas gift. I think this is like a Nike edition or something. I think there's a pair of sneakers that go with this. I don't remember which sneaker it is. But now I got my mint and green one. Okay. So is it not as recommended, or is it not recommended at all? Because words matter. Words matter. She said, now this method is not as recommended. Is it recommended or is it not? Okay. Now, somebody had a problem with me saying in the last video that she was talking out of both sides of her mouth. Okay. But this is why I say that. It either is or it ain't. It's either recommended or it's not. What do you mean not as recommended? And then proceed to tell us why it wouldn't be recommended at all, because you're exposing. So why would you suggest this to people? Why would you do that? Because I would have probably come to the conclusion that maybe she just doesn't know that this is not a good idea. But now you're telling us that you know that this is not a good idea, but yet you're going to show it to people anyway. Is this just for the sake of content? Because I don't want to hear nothing about, just trying to help people with arthritis. What? How about throw the vial away? You're telling me that the work that was put into prying that off is beneficial for people with arthritis? Instead of just drawing up what you could draw up and throwing the rest away? No. 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 Oh, it does. I didn't even realize that. Hold on. Let me grab it because I dropped it. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. Sorry, there's no traveling Stanley. There's no sisterhood of the traveling Stanley. It's my Stanley. You can't have a journey of life. I know you was eyeing it like, ooh, send me the Stanley when you send the ring. No, ring only. Okay, I gotta switch hands because it's not gonna stay on. Maybe I could put it on my thumb. Okay, how about that? All right. As I sit here with my mint green generic Stanley, as long as it's mint green, I only bought that because it went on sale. I was not paying $45 for no cup. Okay. I do too. Oh my god, mint green. My nails were mint green before I changed them. Okay. So y'all understand what I'm trying to say though? 35 people hit the like. I'm not sure how many likes I got, but I bet it's not 35. Let me see. I don't know. I can't tell from where I'm at. But I'm sorry, I forgot to put my headphones back in. If you're new, stop in and say hi. Or if you're not new and you've been watching for a while, but you never stop in to say hi, please fall out of the clouds. I promise Delilah will catch you and make sure you don't bump your head, okay? All right? Like you will have a soft landing. We will make sure of it. So stop in and say hi, hit the like, and consider becoming a member. Also, send a super chat. Don't be shy. Send a super chat, okay? All right. So yeah, I mean, she clearly knows better and chose to recommend this anyway. Like I said, as content creators, we have a responsibility for the information that we put out there. This is irresponsible. I ain't got no problem with Allie. I don't have no problem with her. She was one of the channels that I first found when I got onto YouTube. She's very well respected in the space. I expect better than this from her. I do. I expect better than this.
To a non-sterile environment, but for those who have challenges, right, this is a perfectly acceptable option to ensure that you're not wasting any of your medication. Okay, and the next question that
What? That's a reach. That's a reach. This is a perfectly 31. Okay, I can live with that. But everybody like the stream. Okay. This is a perfectly acceptable way to do this. I hate to beat a dead horse, but how do we go from this is less recommended to perfectly acceptable? Do y'all see what I'm talking about? How do we go from less recommended to perfectly acceptable? That's who? Who said this was perfectly acceptable? Who said that? I'm not going to get on here telling y'all stuff I don't know. I'll sit here and Google it in front of you before I tell you something that I don't know. But listen, I don't understand. How do we get to perfectly acceptable? Let's go back.
So this is not as recommended, right? Because you are, exposing the medication, right, to a non-sterile environment. But for those who have challenges.
No but. What do you mean but? There is no but. You're exposing the medication to a non-sterile environment. There is no but. There is no but. Why are we butting? No, just say don't do this. There's no but. There's no but.
Right, this is a perfectly acceptable option to ensure that you're not wasting any of your medication. Okay, and the next question that I often get is
all of that for that? All of that? They don't say they doing all of this for one extra unit. They doing all of this for one extra unit when you could just titrate up. Just titrate up. We went from this is recommended, this is the recommended way to less recommended to perfectly recommended. All of this for one unit. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, right? Because she said this is to make sure you're not wasting any of your medication. Spoiler alert. If you pay, right, for 5 milligrams of compound tirzepatide, four injections of compound tirzepatide at 5 milligrams, and then you get 4 injections of 5 milligrams of compound tirzepatide out of that vial, you've already gotten your money. You've already gotten your money's worth. Why are you doing all of this extra stuff for one more unit? talking about to make sure you're not wasting any of your medication. No, that's extra that they threw in there. So technically, that ain't even in there for you to use. You can use it if you can get it out, but you shouldn't get it out this way. You shouldn't get it out this way. Why go through all of that when you could have just, listen, you know why this is dumb? Because you know what you could do instead of doing all of this? Put this down. You know what you could do? You're on 5 milligram, right? Whatever your units are on your syringe, don't listen to me. I'm just giving a hypothetical. I'm giving an example. Let's say you're on 5 milligram and your amount to draw up is 50 units. Why would you not just take that opportunity of the pressurization of the vial to draw up the rest? Why pop off the lid to get the additional 1 unit? And then she used 2 different methods, used 2 syringes. So what are you going to do? Inject yourself twice? This is a lot of work for no reason. Never mind unsafe by popping the lid off. You popped the lid off for 1 extra unit when you could have just got that extra unit out when you were drawing up your 5 milligram, and you could have just taken 6 milligrams that week. You could have just taken the 6 all at once. Why are you doing all? No, I just think that that's stupid. I think that that's dumb. Listen. No, she switched needles. She gave 2 different methods and used 2 different needles. Oh, damn. Don't bring Kevin into this. Kevin didn't do nothing to nobody. It's $1,200. I want every drop. I mean, like I said, just take extra at the time of your last injection. Is I'm not telling y'all what to do. Don't listen to me. Don't take medical advice from me. I'm not your doctor. Okay? But I'm just saying, like, what I have done when I was on compound, whenever I get to the last injection, when there's extra, there is extra in there, I just draw it up at the same time that I'm drawing up my last dose. So my last dose is just a little stronger. I don't get it. I thought that said I'm getting my monkey's worth. No, that's what that said. Inject 3 times because it's still not enough drug. Well, we got to finish the video, right? So let's see what she does with these 2 syringes.
Okay, now how do I dose this so that I get a full dose? Because I had a little tiny bit left, but it's not a full dose. So you can see me here opening up a brand new vial. Okay. And I'm going to let the dogs out because apparently they need to go out while I'm making the video. Pretty sure I thought I was going to edit that out, but I'd rather talk to you.
Oh my God. Them dogs are running. Them dogs. Oh, them dogs are running all through that kitchen. Or wherever she is. She is doing all of this with this medication while the dogs are running back and forth. Why is she doing that? Why is she doing that? Oh my God, my eyes. Oh my God. That dog is all up in that kitchen or whatever room this is. Oh my God. Yo. What? Oh my gosh. Wait, let's go back. Oh my God.
Left, but it's not a full dose. So you can see me here opening up a brand new vial.
The new vial, and the dog is right there.
I'm gonna let the dogs out.
Oh my God.
Apparently they need to go out while I'm making the video.
Oh my God.
Pretty sure I thought I was gonna edit that out.
Oh my God. The vial got popped open right there near the dog. I have a dog. Trust me, dander and fur gets everywhere. But he not in the kitchen when I'm taking my injection. Or the bathroom. Like, he ain't where I'm at. I sanitize the space, so the counter, right? I clean the counter. I do use a paper towel. I wash my hands at the sink. I put down a paper towel. After wiping off the space, I put down a paper towel. And then I sanitize the vial and I sanitize where I'm gonna inject. But my dog ain't running back and forth, farting and leaving dander everywhere. That was funny as hell because like I have the headphones in, so all I hear is the clicking and clacking of the paws, and I'm like, you know, when dogs run, they leave behind fur and dander. That fur is just going, that dander just going up in the air and dropping right into that new vial. Like, this is insanity. That was funny. That was funny as hell. That was funny as hell. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was a hot mess. Woo. Okay.
But I'd rather talk to you guys instead. So just showing you here that I've already dated this one. I like to have dates on everything so that I can keep track of, you know, how long I'm using it, right? Especially if you're somebody who's microdosing or, you know, you're doing adjusted dosing, right? You can keep track. Again, we're going to sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. Not for 2 seconds. These people in these videos.
We're going to sanitize the vial to put compound in there that has already been exposed to the environment. Wonderful. Wonderful. Outstanding work. Outstanding work. Well, I mean, like I said, what do I know? What am I don't know nothing.
Videos are killing me with their 2-second sanitization. It's blasphemy. Okay. All right, we're good and sanitized now. Now, my dose is 40 units. And so what I'm going to do is
there's not enough disclaimers in this. And okay, whatever. There's not enough. There are no disclaimers in this at all. Not even like a remote pretend to say talk with your doctor or pharmacist. Like, the real question is, has anyone on the live tried it? Just raise your hand. We just want to make sure you're okay. Yeah, I joke around a lot. But if you've done this and you're watching, don't be shy about leaving a comment. We won't bite. Like, I will turn it all the way down to make sure that you're doing things safely, and then I'll turn it right back up to finish this video. Period. No, when was this video? 2 months ago. This was 2 months ago. This was recent.
I'm going to put a little bit of air in, and then I'm going to pull out 30 units because I have 10 units that I was able to pull from the previous vial.
Okay. I'm a little lost. I am a little lost. She's mixing the compound from 2 separate vials, correct? And then drawing it up as a full dose. Is that what I'm seeing? Is this the third syringe? I hope this is the third syringe. I hope this is not one of the previous syringes. We might have to go back a little bit. Hold on, because I'm confused.
You're doing adjusted dosing, right? You can keep track. Again, we're going to sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. Not for 2 seconds. These people in these videos are killing me with their 2-second sanitization. It's blasphemy. Okay. All right, we're good and sanitized now. Now, my dose is 40 units. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of air in, and then I'm going to pull out 30 units because I have...
Oh, okay. So I thought that she had an empty vial and she was gonna combine the syringes into an empty vial. No, this is a completely different vial of medication. So we had 2 used vials that she drew up the remaining compound out of the remaining medication, and now she's opening a new vial. I thought this was an empty vial that she was going to combine them in. Okay. Sanitizing 20 seconds when you don't even wash your hands and cross-contaminated vials is a Dr. Pepper way. So I'm being picky, but didn't she use the wipe for the old vials? She should use a new wipe for the new vial. Sanitation. I've been using the same vial for almost 3 months. I'm okay. It's just compounded Tirs. Why would you, Journey of Life, what are you talking about? Using the same vial for 3 months. How do you even have a 3-month supply in one vial? Girl, what is you doing? What you talking about? What are you talking about? How are you using one vial for 3 months? I need you to clear that up for me. I use single pen, so I've never done this nor even considered such shenanigans. Some of the compound pharmacies are sending 3 months in one vial. They shouldn't. It seemed to be a cost thing. She is using the same needle. Now, let's get back to this. Sending 3 months in one vial is crazy work to me. That's crazy work to me. I don't know how you're supposed to safely inject out of the same vial, puncture the same vial for 3 months straight. That seems odd. Nowadays, everything's about cost. I'm so confused how any of these companies can send out so many months at once. Oh yeah, I talked about that. I'd never do it again. I would never order a multi-month supply of compound again. Never. When I first started, that's what Orderly Meds sent me. Orderly, let me tell you something about Orderly. Okay. Use the vial once and throw it away when you switch to ZEPBOUND. I'm watching you, Journey. I'm watching you. All right. But I think it's ironic that you said Orderly Meds, because didn't I tell y'all that some of these telehealth companies will do anything to keep business when it comes to compound Tirzepatide? They'll do anything. They will do anything. Because Orderly wasn't doing this when I was with them 7-8 months ago. They wasn't doing this. They would send each month in a different vial, 4 injections in one vial. Now you're getting 3 months in one vial. That's bad business. I'm not here to say it's dangerous, because I ain't no pharmacist, so my word don't matter. My opinion don't matter on this. But I would have been cursing them out if they sent me a 3-month supply in one vial. I would have been cursing them the hell out. Like, I gotta use the same vial for, like, at what point do you start to be concerned about bacteria? Like, what? Oh my God. Weird. Super weird.
I have 10 units that I was able to pull from the previous vial. Now, there are some people that'll say, oh, you can just draw them up in the same vial. You can just add it to the other one. Don't do any of that.
Who the fuck? Wait a minute. Who the hell is she talking to? Who the hell is she talking to? Who? Wait a minute. Shh, wait a minute. Did she just say, now people can say this and people will say that? No, don't do that. But you just popped open a vial to get 1 unit? You gonna tell people who not to listen to? You are gonna tell people who to not listen to after demonstrating this? After flipping back and forth between recommended, not so recommended, perfectly fine? You are gonna be the person to tell people who to not listen to. Shut up. I'm trying to be serious. Y'all gonna stop attacking Kevin. I like Kevin. Kevin is cute. Leave Kevin out of this. We are dog lovers over here. Okay? But that's crazy. We're gonna listen to it again. I know I keep reminding it, but that's crazy. Like, how dare you? How dare you say, no, don't listen to them. But you just demonstrated this nonsense. Really? And we wonder why Eli Lilly charges so much for the GLP-1s, because they're not cutting corners. And that is why Eli Lilly can have my money for as long as I stay on the GLP-1, which is forever. That is why Eli Lilly can have my money. So I know people comment saying, oh, no, I had a great experience on Compound. Okay, my experience on Compound wasn't all that horrible. It wasn't, but I think people should just save themselves a headache, save themselves all of this nonsense, and get you some ZEPBOUND vials. And on top of that, we see why Eli Lilly did not want to release the vials in the US to begin with, because of stuff like this. Because of stuff like this. Because of stuff like this. This is crazy. I did a 3-month order and got each month in a different vial, and the deliveries are staggered, so I don't have old meds. Yeah, I did 5 months. I did a 5-month order. Well, I did a 6-month and they only sent me 1 month, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to order the other 5. But they sent me 5 vials all at once. And yeah, my last vial ended up expiring. It did. In the middle of me using it, it ended up expiring. You're so goofy. You're so goofy. Orderly is confusing. They said they're working with the FDA on a new structure. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear shit that orderly got going on. I don't hear nothing they got going on. Nothing. I don't care nothing about no orderly.
Don't do it. If you can keep things as clean. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of air in, and then I'm going to pull out 30 units because I have 10 units that I was able to pull from the previous vial. Now, there are some people that'll say, oh, you know, you can just draw them up in the same vial. You can just add it to the other one. Don't do any of that. Don't do it. If you can keep things as clean and sterile as possible,
This is clean and sterile. This is as clean and sterile as possible. How? What in the cognitive dissonance? How is she lecturing anybody about sterility after she popped open a vial? Am I missing something? Am I missing something here? She's gonna lecture people about sterility after popping open a vial that was not meant to be opened. You know what? What do I know? Let's Google it. Let's Google it real quick. Let's remove that. Let's Google it. What do I know? I don't know nothing. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Okay. Hold on. Should I open my let's see, compound Tirzepatide vial? Let's see what AI has to say about it. Hold on. Okay. Oh, I thought I could zoom in, but I can't. Oh, yes, I can. Okay. Can y'all see? Well, let's see. Opening a compound Tirzepatide vial introduces several considerations regarding the medication's stability and safety. Here's why and what to keep in mind. Sterility and contamination. The act of opening the vial and withdrawing the medication introduces a risk of bacterial or other microbial contamination, potentially leading to infections. Compound Tirzepatide doesn't contain preservatives, making it more susceptible to contamination once opened. To minimize this risk, always wipe the vial top with an alcohol wipe before each use and use a new sterile needle for each injection. Oh, you know what? I said open, so they're thinking I meant puncture, but I'll finish reading it and then I'll try to adjust my search to taking off the lid to get more specific, because I think this is talking about puncturing it, but this still applies. So stability and degradation. While the terzepatide molecule itself is relatively stable and may last longer if stored correctly, but the overall stability of the compound solution can degrade once the vial is open due to potential exposure to air and light. It seems like AI is giving me answers based on removing the lid and puncturing. Beyond use state. Compounded medications often have a beyond use state, which indicates how long the medication can be safely used after it's been opened or reconstituted. This bud is set by the compounding pharmacy and is typically much shorter than the manufacturer's expiration date, according to Roe.co. It is recommended that unused medication left in a vial after the first puncture be disregarded 28 days or on the bud, whichever comes first. Oops, no, go back. In summary, you should open your tirzepatide vial only when you are ready to prepare and administer dose. So again, they're talking about puncturing here. Remember to prioritize hygiene by wiping the vial top. That's why I said they're talking about AI is talking about puncturing, because it still says that the top is on there. With an alcohol wipe before using and disregarding any remaining medication after the recommended bud or 28 days. So again, for one, journey of life, that's why I don't understand how Orderly is doing these 3 months supplies in one vial. That sounds crazy to me. But let's see. Should I... No, not the cap. What am I trying to say, y'all? Help me. AI is not understanding what I'm saying. Help me. Help me. Not the cap, not the cap that covers the what am I trying to ask? What I'm saying it wrong, because AI is because I keep saying cap, AI is like misunderstanding what I'm trying to say. Blah 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 blah. Not the cap. Not the cap. It says the cap is typically a dust cover. Oh, rubber stopper. Should I remove the rubber stopper? Stopper. Okay, so if you're asking whether to remove the rubber stopper on a medication vial before drawing up the medication, the answer is generally no. You do not remove the stopper itself. Why the rubber stopper is typically kept in place: maintains sterility, ensures a proper seal, allows for multiple withdrawals, unless it's a ZEPBOUND vial. Removing the rubber stopper increases the risk of contamination. Exposing the medication directly to the environment increases the chance of introducing bacteria or other contaminants, compromising the medication's integrity. The medication's stability and effectiveness could be affected by exposure to air, light, or other environmental factors once the seal is broken. Errors in dosage or dilution. Removing the stopper could lead to spills or inaccurate measurement, potentially causing underdosing or overdosing. In summary, always follow the specific instructions provided by your healthcare professional or the medication manufacturer for preparing and administering your medication. Yeah. So there it is. There that is. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. Oh, this is stressing me out. It stressed me out. Orderly is confusing. They said they're working with the FDA on their new structure. Don't know what they're talking about. I was even contemplating doing compound just so I could understand it better. Okay. I'm so done. Call Kevin back in. Eli Lilly will keep getting my money every month. Amen. Absolutely. Eli Lilly taking my money soon, like Disneyland. Disneyland is ridiculously overpriced, just like ZEPBOUND. Exactly after 4 to 5 weeks, let it go. Is it called a stopper? Okay, yeah. Remove the safety seal. Okay, y'all were trying to help me out. I was out here acting stupid. Listen, I still watch the ZEPBOUND instruction video before each injection, just in case they've changed something about how to administer the injections. That's actually very good advice. Actually, It's very good advice. Because like I said earlier, or in the last video or whatever, things can change, right? So right now, all of the ZEPBOUND doses are in 50 units solution. That could change. They could change that. They could totally change that. So yeah, definitely check back with the instructions frequently. In fact, Sydney, I haven't been doing that, but I will start now that you've said that, because that's actually a good point.
Please just do that. And then I'm going to pull out 30 units because I have 10 units that I was able to pull from the previous vial. Now, there are some people that'll say, oh, you know, you can just draw them up in the same vial. You can just add it to the other one. Don't do any of that. Don't do it. If you can keep things as clean and sterile as possible, please just do that. If you can't stand poking yourself with more than one needle, then this may not be the route for you. It is important that everything be as sterile as possible.
You know what? Why would she emphasize sterility again? Who the hell is she talking to? Because it's like she's two different people. How are you going to emphasize sterility after compromising sterility? Something isn't correct just because you say it is. Like, you think if you say it 15 times, then those are sterile syringes? Like, it's already been compromised. It's no longer sterile. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. I said, is she using the same needle, or is there I hope that's a third needle. Where is it? Where's the one where she drew it up just using the air and the pressurization? Where's that one at? I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
And just for reference, right, I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. What I show here is not perfect, but I'm telling you to do better, right? So here I am, I've done my injection, and now I'm just kind of cleaning up my site so that I can dispose of the needles appropriately, right? Not in the trash can, not flushing them down the toilet, which is one that I saw in a group here recently. No. Please dispose of your needles properly. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know what? I'm over it. This is just going to keep falling. It's not like I don't have a shirt on. Absolutely not. That was a hot mess. And I'm not trying to be mean at all. I'm just honest. And this is my personality. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. We're going to give that a hard no. She didn't draw anything into the second needle because she had already drawn it before opening the seal. Absolutely not. We're going to give that a hard pass. It's a no for me. Nope. Nope. It's a no. It's going to be a no. I just don't understand why she was so, why she spent so much time emphasizing sterility after doing all of that. Like, it's done. You're done. You've given up on sterility once you popped off that stopper. You've given up on sterility. That's it. And I fear contamination. I fear contamination when it comes to injecting. I just do. So all of that was completely unnecessary. Now, the first example where she draws up the air and then pulls out the rest, if it's a multi-use vial, that seems perfectly fine. But like I said, I would have just taken the extra dose or whatever, the extra units. I would have just, first of all, I'm probably not doing all that, but when I was on compound, I would have just taken it with my last dose. Now that I'm on ZEPBOUND, I'm not doing all that. Like, if I can't pull it into the syringe the first go round, if I can't pull in as much as possible, then whatever's left. If I can't get every drop, you just throw it away. It's not that fucking serious. It is not going to make that much of a difference in your life to get out that last unit or two. She said she was able to drop 10 units. Didn't she say that? let's go. I'm sorry. We need to go back because where did she get 10 units from? Oh, she was talking about her 1 milligram. That's what happened. Is that what happened? What? Oh, let me go back one more time. Let me go back.
These people in these videos are killing me with their 2-second sanitization. It's blasphemy. Okay. All right, we're good and sanitized now. Now, my dose is 40 units. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of air in, and then I'm going to pull out 30 units because I have 10 units that I was able to pull from the previous vial.
Okay. She was talking about 10 units from the, okay. I mean, that was dumb. No, that was stupid. That was unnecessary. Don't do that. Like, y'all, don't do that. It's not, do not pop off your rubber stopper. I don't care what justification you got for doing it. Don't pop off your rubber stopper. It's not that serious. It's really not that serious. But thank you so much, Sydney, for the recommendation for me to review that, because when y'all was telling me last night, I was like, y'all are shitting me, because y'all didn't name names. Y'all didn't say who. You done went and did it. You done went and found the video, and now here we are. Well, what did y'all think? We're gonna have a rubber stopper party. I'm gonna start a collection of rubber stoppers moving forward. I'm gonna get a vase and fill them up with all my rubber stoppers from my ZEPBOUND vials. Yep. And I dare y'all to say something about it. Okay. And when I go to the ER and they ask who told me to do that, I'm gonna be like, YouTube. What about it, doc? What about it, doc? What about it? Yeah. Yeah. We purposely didn't say who it was because we wanted to surprise you. Oh, I was definitely surprised. I cannot wait till this is over so I can go back and see my reaction when you said, wait till you see who it is, and then I clicked on that video. I want to go back and see that reaction because I couldn't see myself on screen because I was looking at the YouTube window. I need to go back and see my reaction to that. I might turn that into a short. Depends on how lazy I am. Woo, it's too fiddly just to get 1 unit. It wasn't necessary at all. It wasn't necessary at all. Like, it wasn't necessary at all. Now, I was only reacting to the first one with the errors because I thought she was using a single-use vial and then repuncturing it to get up the additional medication. But if it's a multi-use vial, then I think that that's fine if you want to go through all of that. But you still can't then use that syringe in a different vial. You know what I mean? So like, let's say you use the first method with the air, you have to inject that, which means you need 2 injections. So you need that 1 injection and then you need the difference in a different syringe. You can't just use that syringe and then open a new vial and then pull up some more. So for anybody that might have been doing that with your compound, you better stop it. When you get to the last little bit of your compound, when you get to the last little bit, if you want to draw up the last little bit, fine, but expect to do 2 injections. Do not use that syringe on a second vial. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Goofy. That was... Oh, I wish I could have seen it. I wish I could have been watching me, honestly. Y'all, I don't want to seem like I'm bullying. Y'all know I'm not bullying. Y'all know this is just my personality and I'm dramatic. But y'all remember Cloakster was running that yapper in my comments about the last one, putting her on blast. If anything, you know what? You can consider this her being put on blast. In fact, I'm gonna cut this portion out and re-upload it, and I'll premiere it today or tomorrow, or I'll probably premiere it tomorrow. It's gonna be its own video. Why not? Why not? We were talking about something completely different. And y'all said, sidebar, segue. Let's go in that direction. So, okay, let me wrap up. That was a lot. That stressed me out. Honestly, like for real, that was a lot. Great life. Have a great night. I'm out. I am out eating late. I'll work hard tomorrow to lose it all. Have a good night, Michelle. I'm about to go out and eat late too. So I guess I'm starting my fast late. Or maybe I should just start my fast tomorrow. Or maybe this week is a dud for the fast. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let me just wrap up. So here's the plan, right? Because we were talking about all the things that I want to check off for titration, all right? I need to make sure that my carbs are in check. I can still afford to up my protein and fats. I haven't done that yet. So I will be doing that, adding in some protein shakes, adding in some more fat to my day-to-day. So like using a bit more butter, more cream in my coffee. That'll help. And I'll lessen like we're going to be done with the caramel coffees for the next 2 weeks. I'll still have iced coffee, but I'm going to get it from Panera where I can control the amount of sugar that I put in, which is just 2 pumps. Whereas with caramel from McDonald's, it's like 5 or 6 pumps. And they never listen when you tell them, like they don't customize. So they never listen if I tell them to put less caramel. They just do what they want to do. So I'm going to remove the caramel iced coffees. I am still interested in titrating up to the 10, but I don't want to run away from my hunger. And that was the point of this stream, to say, I considered it for a second. Good night, journey of life. Good night, good night. Boss baby. Okay. So the point was to acknowledge that I don't want to run away from my hunger. I do want to run away from food noise, but I know I can't. Not permanently or whatever, but for now, I want my food noise to be controlled as much as possible, preferably crushed. But I can deal with a little bit of wiggle room on that, but not too much, okay? That's why I'm trying to get ahead of it, because if it gets too bad and then I got to wait for the 10 milligram prescription to be filled, then I'm going to be screwed. So I'm trying to get ahead of it, right? So I'm going to dot my I's and cross my T's over the next 2 weeks, which is enough time for me to notice a difference. I'm also going to move my injection from day 7 to day 6 for the next 2 weeks. And we're going to see if that makes a difference. Because right now, I don't feel like I took my injection at all. That is insane. That's crazy. Like, oh my gosh. I don't feel like I took anything. So we didn't finish my video, but I think the segue was worth it. We didn't finish my video, but y'all got the gist. Okay, y'all got the gist. So we are at the 3-hour mark. Okay, I thought I was gonna be on here for 4 or 5 hours, but we not about to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and quit while I'm ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and quit. So let me do my exit. Everyone say their goodbyes and good night. Soft landing, everybody. Soft landing. Okay. All right. Everyone say their good nights and their goodbyes. Thank you, Delilah, for falling out of the clouds. Thank you to, who else came out of the clouds? Turtle Diaries has been here before. Who else came out of the clouds? Simply Taisha came down from above. Thank you so much. And there was one person. Okay, Beauty in London. Thank you so much for your thank you for subscribing. Thank y'all for watching. If you haven't already, like the video. I'm going to get out of here and see if I can get some pizza at the last minute. Don't judge me. Okay. I have not lost no weight in the past 2 weeks, and that's fine. Whatever. I mean, we'll try again next week. If I get 2 pounds off next week, that'll be a big deal. Oh my gosh. I have a house sit tomorrow, so I will be doing a video about house sitting. This one is a little tricky because these dogs are a little needy. Okay, they're a little needy, but we'll see how it works out. We'll see how it works out when I get there. So it's probably going to be a pre-recorded video so that I can give as much detail as possible. So Sydney, that video will be for you. And if you need to email me, you can email me at Vanity Rains, not Vanity dot, Vanity Rains. Oh my God, I don't know my own email, at gmail.com. Hi, Shonda. You're catching us at the end, girl. You just missed a whole hell of a hot mess meltdown. Okay. I hope no kids are listening. I'm so sorry if they are. But thank you for joining. Good night, Turtle Diaries. I got to come over there and hear you sing, girl. But yeah, if you have any videos you would like for me to review, oh, don't worry, Shonda. When you're running your errands or cleaning up or working out, you got a lot to listen to. Now, there was a period where I lost internet connectivity, so There wasn't a lot going on, so when you get to that portion of the video, just go ahead and skip past it. But it was a good one, girl. It was a good one. You got a lot to catch up on, but you can watch it in pieces. Have a good night, Jen. Good luck on your test. Good luck. Good luck, Delilah. No, Delilah been cutting up. No good luck to you, Delilah. You supposed to be in timeout. But good night, Sydney. Good night, Delilah. I'm looking forward to it too. I actually have to get back to editing, so let's see if I know how to edit. Grola. All right. I am going to get out of here. Thank y'all for joining, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.